The Waba Grill lunch hour is on. Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you as the Waba Grill lunch hour continues on 710.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, no, the machine's not working. Damn it. I thought I had Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio, all ready to go. That's on me.
I just wanted to hear a good afternoon from Kasim as well.
Oh,
Come on,
Kasim.
Good afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Best show on the radio. Andy Kamenetsky's in today. We got Lara, we got Brian Cohen, and we got Kasim.
Good
Ireland.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There you
Kasim.
go.
There you go.
And it is a big Monday because there's like NFL free agent frenzy. Dave Roberts has a brand new deal with the Dodgers. It is, and of course, the Rams. One of the big free agent stories, they signed Davante Adams over the weekend. All of a sudden, you look at that Rams wide receiver core. You've got Davante Adams to go along with Puka Nacua, and they re-signed Tutu Atwell, 1 year, $10 million. Now, I don't know if that forecloses the possibility that Demarcus Robinson could still be there. He's a free agent right now. Don't know what they're going to do or their cap situation or any of that, but there still could be more additions, including through the draft coming up in April.
It prevents the Rams from having to do it.
Correct.
Like if they're not comfortable with DeMarcus Robinson past a certain dollar point,
Yes.
they don't have to do it now.
Yeah, they
Because
don't.
like Davante Adams is an upgrade over Robinson. He is an upgrade over Atwell. Like he adds a dimension they did not have last season. I mean, frankly, I think at this stage of his career, just in terms of availability,
Yep.
he's an upgrade over Kupp.
Yes, no question.
Like
and by the way, Cooper Kupp, I think they've got till next Wednesday to trade him, and so far there's been no movement and not even any rumors about Kupp. It may be that they're just going to cut him so they don't have to pay the roster bonus. I think that's next Wednesday is the official day.
Les Snead said on the record that the likelihood of Kupp returning, he said it's not out of the question, but it's pretty small.
Yeah.
At that point, you know they are one way or another not going to have Kupp on this team.
Yeah,
next season.
I don't think Kupp. And by the way, he's been an unbelievable Ram, and you love the guy and his Super Bowl performance and the Triple Crown year and all that stuff. But you don't pay for past performance; you pay for future performance. I think a lot of teams in all sports make this mistake. It's really nice to give whoever has been productive for you a whole bunch of money, but you got to think, what are they going to do tomorrow as opposed to what are they going to do yesterday?
Well, it's also, too, it's one thing if Kupp's production was just slowing down, but you know how much he means to the culture of this team.
Yep.
And he's been here a while. It's like, okay, maybe we'll work something out just because of those more human reasons. He's not always available, though.
Yeah.
That starts making the declining production more of a thing because you can't even count on him being there for his best games.
Yep. So we'll get to everything. By the way, Rich Eisen is going to join us at 2:15 today. I'm excited about that. Rich is a fantastic guy. Bumped into him going to the Dallas Lakers game a couple of weeks ago, and it's good to catch up with Rich, and it's a perfect day for it.
I did his show one time, and I've done
Hosted?
I was not a fill-in host. I was a guest.
Yeah.
And I've done it a couple times, but for one of them, they sent a car.
Oh,
to
wow.
pick me up. That was
Wow.
very exciting.
Fancy.
Sending the car is a big deal. When I used to do the Snyder Show, and we had 3 guests a night when I was doing the Snyder Show, cars going all over the place because if you send a car, they tend to show up.
That made me feel like I have been perfectly willing to drive out to El Segundo to do the Rich Eisen show. Like,
Yes.
that was a bigger deal to me than I think Rich Eisen. But
See, what time is Rich Eisen actually on every day? I know he's on TV, and I know he does radio as well. Do you know what time?
When I've done his show, when I've worked, it's 8 to 12.
8 to 12?
Yeah.
4 hours? Mm-hmm. Damn. See, now I would like to fill in for Rich Eisen. I can act super smart when I need to.
No, you are smart. You don't need to act.
Well,
There's a little acting involved.
There's some acting.
Let me give him something. I'm trying,
Yeah, no, I need it. Affirmation is like oxygen for me. Thank you very much, Laura. It means a lot.
Thank you.
So I wanted to do this. Today, we are continuing raising money for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And we have got a really, really cool auction going on for unique once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. This is part of Children's Hospital Los Angeles, their 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. And thanks to our friends at Pechanga Resort Casino, Fleming Steakhouse, and Black Gold Golf Club. So some of the items, I haven't looked at this yet today. You know what? This is something
You can't? I got
No,
you.
I said I looked at some of the items. I've got them here.
Oh, dang.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see the bidding on this sucker move. Broadcast live from your house or business. The bid is $3,000. Now, think about this. If I own a business,
A burger stand. Hair salon.
Right.
Nails. I don't know.
Anything like that. And I want somebody to broadcast live from my business for a day. Believe me, this is an unbelievable opportunity for $3,000. I can tell you, and it can be from your house. It could be, you could throw a barbecue and we'll go over there and broadcast live. But people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for us to do a live show somewhere. And this is an opportunity to get it for $3,000. You got to be bidding on this. Intern for a day, $300 is the current bid. Associate producer for a day, $250, the current bid. Sit in for a show feature like Game of Games, $1,110 the bid. Trying to raise as much money as we can for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Go bid right now, 710-4CHLA.com. That's 710-4FORCHLA.com. Make a difference today.
By the way, too, and I want to make it clear, all of our associate producers here are very good.
Yes.
But you could bid on this, perhaps do a better job of associate producing
Wait.
than anybody here, and then all of a sudden, you may end up getting yourself a job.
You think somebody will come in here and be better than Brian Cohen?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Come
Brian
on now.
Cohen
Or
is top shelf.
Briones or DeAndre.
He's top shelf.
I didn't say which
You're
one.
saying
No,
somebody's
but-
going to
No,
come
but
in
you
here
felt
and be
it,
better
Andy.
than DeAndre?
Yeah,
or
come
Jorge?
on now.
Not okay.
Andy.
Yeah,
not
see,
BC.
now you stepped on it,
I'm trying
Andy.
to get bidding
This
up. I am
disrespect-
trying to
You
get
stepped
bidding
on it.
This
up.
disrespect of Brian Cohen, DeAndre Hawkins, and Jorge Briones must stop.
Yes,
Let's
I
just say
agree.
it's disrespect to Jorge.
Wow. Well, at least he named him.
We'll allow
But there is new experiences you can bid on.
Okay.
You can co-host the Blue Review with Greg Bergman and Parker
wow.
Bell.
Now, you could definitely get him out of a job.
You
could
damn,
outperform
You
that.
can take over that gig, yeah.
You guys can do an LA Taco Tour with Beto Duran and Scott Kaplan. You can have a ESPN studio experience with George Sedano. You can do a so-called baseball game experience with Scott Kaplan.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of cool things that are new. A VIP Kings hockey game day experience.
I think there's a go to Cosm with me.
there is.
A go to Cosm with me. That, I mean, are you kidding me? You got to bid on that. By the way, as a Cosmon, so anyway, the website is 710-4FORCHLA.com. I went to Cosm on Saturday, and I thought, you know, it was Arizona and Kansas. It turned out to be a really, really good game. And one of the things I realized, normally I would have no stake in that. But at Cosm, like, you're there. It's like you're on the sidelines. You're sitting courtside. And it was a really fun experience.
Did you find yourself rooting for one team over the other?
I found myself rooting for Kansas because they needed the win in order to position themselves for a shot at the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I have not been. I've heard it is incredible.
You've not been?
I have not been.
You gotta
come
go.
on, you
You
gotta
gotta
go.
go.
I got to go.
Cosm is crazy. It is a crazy cool experience and met a lot of cool listeners out there. In fact, I wanted to shout out one guy in particular. It's Steve Hockman. He is with a company called Solar Hawk, which does solar. Just a great guy, fantastic guy, knew about all of us, listens every day. We appreciate Steve Hockman and everybody out there who listens every day.
That's a guy that should bid to have us broadcast
There
from
you go.
his business.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a fan anyway.
Broadcast from Solar Hawk. What a cool name for a
That is
business.
a cool name.
Yeah, that is cool. All right, coming up next for you, Anthony Davis has finally spoken. We'll get to the Lakers, who lost in Boston on Saturday. We'll give you an injury update for tonight as they get ready to play Brooklyn. All that stuff coming up for you. Mesa in Ireland, Andy in for John, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Luka.
The Lakers play on 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Is it time to sell your home? Maybe you want to downsize. Maybe you want to move. Or maybe you inherited a home that you just don't want to hang on to. Whatever your reasons to sell, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for decades. Their seller reviews speak for themselves. They're just people who buy from people, and they'll provide you a custom solution that works for your needs. They offer and will buy with cash, and they close in days. The great part is you don't have to worry about spending any money on repairs, preparing your home to be shown, or having people come in and out. And there are no agents, just a great offer and an easy experience that will give you the peace of mind so that you can walk away happy. So if it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a free, no-obligation offer today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. The Waba Grill lunch hour is on. Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you as the Waba Grill lunch hour continues on 710.
Laura, you wanted to know, I made a little promo that ran over the course of the weekend. Did it run over the course of the weekend?
It should have. You made it.
I promoted Miguel Rojas being on the show today. He's actually going to be on the show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, wheels up for the Dodgers on Wednesday as they take off for Tokyo. So we're getting Miggy Rowe just before they leave on this big trip.
They were going to be rock stars in Japan, even if they didn't have any Japanese players, just because they're the Dodgers.
Yes.
And Japan loves baseball. But now that they have Ohtani and Yamamoto and Sasaki, managed, by the way, by Dave Roberts, who is half Japanese.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of attention and excitement that's going to be there in Japan, through the roof.
By the way, and the only unfortunate thing, and we'll get to the Lakers here in a second, the only unfortunate thing is that for us, the games are 3:10 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning. Will anybody get up for those games? Will anybody stay up or wake up?
It's a real tough test out of the gate for the Blue Review.
It really is. Yeah, because I think they're going the morning of the game, right?
Like, I mean, Bergman is already wearing like 15 hats here these days. He's juggling a lot. He's got to be up at 3 in the morning to watch the Dodgers in Japan, then do the Blue Review, then do everything he does here.
Yeah. Now, Brian, will you stay up or will you wake up?
I will wake up a little early and catch the highlights.
Just wake up for the highlights?
Right. There's no chance. It's like 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. So that's now the games are 2.5 hours.
Oh,
max,
I'll be snoozed and sleeping like a baby.
Yeah. See, I will DVR the game and I'll fast forward through it, and then I'll watch John Hartung, and they'll fill me in on the whole damn thing.
Yeah, just watch the highlights. If we're gonna fast forward, like MLB puts out like a little 7-minute all the key plays.
Is that and you watch it on YouTube and they've got every key play? Is that how you watch it?
MLB app.
Yeah.
MLB app.
Or like Spectrum Sportsnet. What's the name of the
Squeeze Play? They
Squeeze
do a Squeeze Play.
This is a perfect.
But they will not have Squeeze Play turned around in time for when I wake up in the morning, because the game will probably be over at like 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m.
True.
So they
True.
won't be able to turn around to Squeeze Play that fast. But I still am incredibly
Is that a challenge to
excited
AJ?
Yeah, AJ, it's on you. By the way, it's Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to NFL free agency moves. Dan, we'll get into all those for you, plus a tough start for the Lakers road trip. Lakers in Brooklyn tonight. Tip-off is at 4:30. Pre-game is at 3. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Only worth it if you enjoy it. So LeBron James injured his groin on Saturday near the end of that Boston game. They were a bit overmatched in that game. They did claw back to within striking distance in the fourth quarter, which I think is a really good sign. LeBron left the game at about the same time. And ultimately, I feel pretty good that the Lakers will hang with the Celtics when they play them in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, especially when you can.
I love that, Mace. Don't laugh, own it.
Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh. That's
Own
for
it.
real.
Boston.
Especially when you take account the Lakers didn't have Rui Hachimura,
Yes.
they didn't have Jackson Hayes. I understand Boston didn't have Porzingis either.
Yep.
But the Lakers, they are a little more shallow, I think, than Boston in terms of like their overall team depth, like the amount of guys you can put out there and feel confident. They likely need Rui and Jackson more than Boston needed Porzingis.
Right.
And then once the Lakers are missing LeBron, to only lose that game by 10 and at one point get it within 4.
Yep.
I agree with you. There are positives to take from that, assuming LeBron is not out too long, assuming Luka's back doesn't become a thing. Like, all of a sudden, health is a question for the Lakers right now.
Yeah, health is a question. In fact, particularly tonight, they are going to be without Rui. They're going to be without LeBron. They're going to be without Jackson Hayes. They're going to be without
Dorian
Finney-Smith. Those guys are all out. Bronny, by the way, is with the South Bay Lakers right now. Luka Doncic is questionable. You know what? This is a game, given the schedule, you really got to put in the bank.
I would normally think that if we already weren't staring down a couple weeks, most likely without at minimum LeBron and Rui, you don't want to take a chance on all of a sudden Luka making whatever this back soreness thing is worse.
If there's a risk, no.
Right.
I mean, obviously.
I agree with you. Like, it sucks, the idea of potentially not banking this game that was pretty much in pen.
Right.
But it's not worth winning this game to potentially go without Luka for a couple weeks or a week or whatever.
Right, and starting Thursday, they've got 6 games in 8 days, and they are not easy stops. No. They're at Milwaukee, they're at Denver, home to Phoenix. They're not playing well. Home to San Antonio. That's a beatable team. Then home to Denver, home to Milwaukee. There are 3 back-to-backs in that stretch. This is, and so they're the number 2 seed right now, and fantastic. As long as they stay away from the play-in tournament, I think they're fine.
That is, we've been talking about this on Locked On Lakers this entire season. Available, by the way, 5 days a week, anywhere you get your podcast.
YouTube
Monday.
component?
There is a YouTube component.
That's what I thought.
It's never behind a paywall.
I heard 33,000 people
33,000
loving and
subscribers
discussing the Lakers amongst themselves and with you guys.
Yeah, Brian's got to find a new intro.
Yes, he does.
He's really, it's about time to.
It is a good show, though. I listen
you.
to the show
Thank
a
you.
few times a week.
But thank you. That is, we've always been saying that this whole season. The baseline is avoid the play-in.
Right.
Like, it would be awesome to maintain the 2 seed, to potentially have home court against, say, Denver if they're the 3 in a series. Like, all of that would be great. The big thing is don't fall below 6.
Right.
As long as they don't fall below 6, I think they're not in any real trouble. It's just not as perfect as you'd want it to be.
And they're 5 games ahead of the 6.
Right.
So Golden State is the 6 at 36-28. Lakers 5 games ahead of them at 40-22. So as long as they don't plummet, and I don't think they will, not with Luka Doncic on the floor, I don't think they're going to plummet. But they'll scrap a little bit here. I mean, if you look at that, again, I think tonight is a game you kind of got to put in the bank. Hopefully. Brooklyn's not very good. But at Milwaukee, what do you think? Win-loss?
It's tough.
No LeBron? Tough.
No LeBron, no Rui.
At
Don't
Denver
know about
Friday,
DFS.
Home Phoenix, home San Antonio.
There is no worse place to play in the NBA on the second end of a back-to-back than Denver.
3-3. How about that?
3-3, considering everything going on.
Would be a triumph.
Would be amazing.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
3-3. Well, you figure you can put Phoenix in the bank and you put San Antonio in the bank. Those are the 2 gimmies. And then once beat Milwaukee or once beat Denver.
LeBron, if he misses, they're saying right now 1 to 2 weeks. Let's just say 2 weeks on the dot. That would be 8 games. He would end up missing a total of 8 games if it was 2 weeks exactly. Then he played the next one. If he misses those 8 games, then it would start bleeding into a 4-game roadie for the Lakers.
Right.
So, I mean, it sucks. You want him there, but what's most important is that you get LeBron right for the playoffs. Don't fall below 6.
And there's a little, I mean, I hate the blessing in disguise thing, but it is going to dial back LeBron's minutes and potentially make him fresher for when you get to the postseason.
Okay, this is something Brian and I actually debated on today's Locked On Lakers.
Okay.
I don't buy into the idea that guys who get injured end up more rested and relaxed because your body goes through trauma. That's why you're injured in the first place.
Right.
So to me, the trauma of the injury offsets the freshness factor. I don't know for sure that I'm right. What I do know is I have never heard a sports medicine person frame it as you get additional rest. I only hear media people say this. I have never heard anybody in sports medicine put it that way. Never.
Really?
Doesn't mean they haven't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never heard it. And as you know, I listen to a lot of stuff.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, so we'll get to Lakers. Lots of it today. Anthony Davis has finally spoken post the trade. We'll get that coming up for you. Also, we're going to spin the wheel of questions.
That's a dumbass question.
That's coming up next for you. Laura's got
Sure.
the question on the wheel. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Tenth Annual Make March Matter campaign. CHLA is a leader in breakthrough treatments and research, giving hope to children facing complex conditions. From pioneering new therapies to advancing life-saving care, CHLA is committed to helping every child thrive. We're auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to generous donations from Black Gold Golf Club, Delta Airlines, and Pacific Palms Resort. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Hey, everybody, it's John Ireland. We all like to discuss and debate who we think is the GOAT, right? But the real question is, who is the GAFOAT? That's right, the GAFOAT. ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers GAFOAT. the greatest fan of all time. Just upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and be sure to include 2 hashtags. Hashtag LakersGafote and hashtag promotion. And you can win some serious prizes like courtside seats, Lakers gear, a year's supply of my favorite, BB-Go. BB-Go's mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals are ready in minutes. My favorite is the juicy and flavorful steamed dumplings with the sticky white rice. So easy and so good. We're looking for the Lakers Gafote. Is it you?
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Huh. Interesting.
Where's Stephen A. saying I have a dumb question?
Oh, he's always standing by.
That's a dumbass question.
All right.
Thank you, Stephen A. Now I take it as a good compliment. Anyways, I was having a conversation with the boys back there. We were, just kind of catching up. And I said, I finally got my vacation approved. Shout out to Greg. And the boyfriend and I will be going to Puerto Rico for our anniversary.
Very nice. Puerto Rico is beautiful, by the way. I went there for a wedding a couple of years ago. Beautiful, beautiful.
So I've never been, but I went a little crazy over the weekend.
Okay.
And spend a little bit too much money on vacation clothes.
Oh.
And I asked the boys, because Christian was telling me, that's crazy. First of all, why do we need new clothes? We're just going to be there, for a little bit, whatever. And I was like, listen, I want to look cute.
Yep.
I want to have a new outfit.
Sure.
Whatever.
Right.
And I asked the guys, do you guys buy new outfits when you guys go on vacation?
It is so weird that you ask this. Never when I go on vacation. But we went to the Century City Shopping Center, which I would argue is like one of the best shopping centers there is. I just think the West Side Century City Shopping Center is beautiful.
Westfield.
It is a Westfield. Yeah. My old landlord. So we bought new clothes for the party. Nice. So I went out and bought clothes. I'm like, all right, I don't want to wear the same normal stuff that I wear to my birthday party. So I went out and bought new stuff, and Juan bought new stuff. So although we don't shop for vacation, we did do that.
Okay, now this is interesting because you've said the age. You're turning 60.
Yep.
Did you in any way with the outfits compensate for age? Like try to shave 5 to 10 years off with the outfit?
Yeah, no, I'm wearing capri pants. No, I didn't.
Well, I didn't know if you were trying to wear something
loafers
like
with no socks,
like the kids would wear, like something that's cool.
Loafers with no socks, right? That's like a thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either. It's
Air Force One.
It's winter, so it's not going to be warm at this thing. But no,
technically, I think it might be the first day of spring.
March 21st. Normally, that is about it. Yeah, but I'm dressing my age, which is 60.
Right.
And as the invitation says, aged to perfection.
Indeed.
Brian or Andy, do you ever go out and buy new clothes
for a vacation,
for a trip, or a
no,
vacation, or an event? What about an event?
For an event, who knows? I got a couple weeks to shop for your birthday. Maybe,
that's right.
Maybe I'll come up with something special
Wear
as well.
something, as my mom would say, that's snazzy. Wear something snazzy.
As my mom would say, hip and happening.
Oh, I can't wait to see your mom, actually.
Yeah, she went out and bought a new thing.
Oh, she's a styling
yeah,
woman.
she is very stylish. She is excited to be there. My Aunt Linda's going to be there. Oh, my God, Stevie. This is a big party. She's coming in.
So many friends.
Oh, my God. It's so crowded, Stevie. She is going to be there in from Altoona, Pennsylvania, along with my cousin Jason.
Any of your relatives that used to run numbers, are they going to be coming?
No, Aunt Madge is long gone. Aunt Madge used to waddle up and down the streets in Philly taking numbers, and my mom held her hand and walked up. No, she's done.
It's disappointing.
My cousin Dickie, who got whacked, he's definitely not coming.
I like how casually just got whacked.
He did. He got whacked. Well,
Just got whacked.
we never saw him again. Here's the thing about cousin Dickie. It's actually cousin Maureen who married Dickie. So we went to a wedding when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And it was the biggest, craziest, fanciest wedding I've ever been to. Never saw Dickie again. And I realized when I got older, oh, that was a mob wedding. No wonder it was so friggin' fancy. It was a mob wedding.
I wonder now, because it was a mob wedding and you never saw him afterwards, and there's at least theoretically a lot of wise guys at this wedding.
Yes, a lot of wise guys.
You wonder if he said the wrong thing to the wrong person.
Ooh, something. He did something.
Because, like, to disappear right after a mob wedding,
yep,
that timing is a little suspicious.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, the word is whacked.
Brian, do you buy new clothes when you go on? You just went on vacay?
Yes, I would say I do. Especially, it depends on where you're going. Like if we're going to the beach or something.
Yep.
Oh, new swim trunks every time.
Yep.
You gotta be stunting out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel good.
You gotta
Love
be.
it.
My mom says snazzy. You've got to be snazzy.
Ooh, I like that actually better. I'm
snazzy.
gonna steal that.
We're gonna bring that word back, snazzy.
Snazzy?
It is a very old school word.
It is very.
Yeah.
It's like the year of zoot suits and stuff.
Yes, it is. All right, there you have it. There is your wheel of questions. Where are you going in Puerto Rico?
We are going to go to Aguadilla for a few nights, and then we're going to San Juan.
Yeah, San Juan is beautiful. San Juan is one of those towns that's a lot of cities, Central South America, there is a castle right on the coast.
I saw they have a thing.
Where they used to, it was a high point, and you used to be able to defend your place if somebody tried to attack you. So there are these beautiful castles. There's one in San Juan, super old school. There's one in Cartagena I went to that's absolutely beautiful. Cartagena is a fantastic town.
Okay, whenever I hear Cartagena,
you think blow?
I don't think blow.
Oh,
although it would
my
make sense.
first thought is always blow.
For me, it's always Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone is. I'm glad you brought this up.
Kathleen Turner has to go to Cartagena because her sister has been kidnapped, and that's where she meets swashbuckling Michael Douglas.
So when we were in Cartagena, I decided Juan had never seen Romancing the Stone.
He'd never seen it?
No, never seen it. So
it's so great.
We rented it and watched it while we were in Cartagena, which was fantastic.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, it is a really good movie. The other thing that's interesting about Cartagena in Colombia is we were there during the national elections. And so the national elections were a Saturday and a Sunday. So the whole country shuts down. Everybody votes on Saturday, Sunday. And the amazing thing is alcohol sales are banned for that Saturday and Sunday. In other words, don't drink and vote is basically the message in Colombia.
Friends don't let friends drink and vote.
Exactly. But the craziest thing was Friday night, the liquor was cleaned out that Friday night because we were going into election weekend.
I've heard it's a really cool city.
It is. It's beautiful. I had a great time in Cartagena. All right, so finally, Anthony Davis has actually spoken out. We have not heard from him since the trade went down. And Brian, could you tell where this? I think this is from a Denver. Was this from a Dallas TV broadcaster?
Yeah, Mavs TV.
Mavs TV. So here is Anthony Davis on the trade.
What are your thoughts about it at this point, with a little space between you?
At the end of the day, it's a business, and I understand that. I was never. I was just more shocked because, I was all like, man, no way they can trade me. When you're one of those players, and I'm pretty sure, like, on the other side for Luka as well, like, both of us probably never thought that we'll be the ones to trade unless we asked. Every day that's passed, I just forget about it more and more. I don't, try to dwell on the past or worry about anything that could have happened or, oh, they should have did this, and why did they do this? I'm more like in the present type of guy. You know, I'm focused on the Mavs, and I think what helps me is just being around the guys, being around the team. You know, that's why when we got traded, I got here, me and Max, and I was like, we need to get to Philly. We need to get to Philly to meet the team, just because when you're alone, and I knew my family wasn't going to come down right away, so being alone, you're in a hotel, and you start thinking, and just so many thoughts and things like that. So being around the team just kind of helps speed up the process of kind of forgetting about the past and working about the future.
Get on the court.
I like this because we forget that when somebody gets traded, you're basically uprooting their life. And as he mentioned, his family's not going to be joining him in Dallas at this point. You uproot his life and you move him somewhere. You stick him in a hotel room and they say, good luck. And he says part of what he's trying to do is to forget what happened, to move past what happened, to be in the present moment. And it's, I'm sure, even more difficult because it got hurt in that first game.
And also, too, because like he said, it's a business. Dudes get traded. Anthony Davis has been traded.
Right.
But as he pointed out, it's because he demanded a trade. Guys like Anthony Davis rarely get traded without wanting to be, and they never get traded without even being in the loop that it's a possibility.
Right.
I mean, this sideswiped everybody. Other than Pelinka, Nico Harrison, Jeannie Buss, the Adelsons in Dallas who own the team, everybody else was sideswiped by this.
Yeah.
And it took, I don't think Luka was unhappy about being here, but he admitted it took a week or two to wrap his head around it.
Yeah.
I imagine there's still a lot of sorting out for Luka, and I think he thinks he's in a great situation. I have no reason to think that he's not going to be with the Lakers long term, but he had pictured being a lifer in Dallas.
Right.
He was in the process of getting a second home in Dallas.
Well, I think of it this way. If you all of a sudden got traded to Locked On Mavericks, and so I guess David Locke would be your general manager, traded you to Locked On Mavericks, and they said you do your first show on Thursday in Dallas. How difficult would that be? You would uproot yourself. You would leave your family here. You would go to Dallas. You would have to learn a whole new team the way you learn an all-new system when you're a player and start doing your show on Thursday. That is not easy.
And then if you play this out even further, I get hurt. I get hurt during my first podcast.
Oh,
I get injured.
That's right.
And
you lose your voice.
Right. And in the meantime, all these Locked On Mavs fans are already angry because they liked Nick Angstadt.
Oh, is that who it is?
Who hosts Locked On Mavs.
Oh, Nick.
They had grown attached to Nick. They thought Nick was going to be their podcast host for life.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden you bring me in there and I get hurt.
Yeah.
And I can't, and then they're stuck with Brian.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, boy.
Bad deal.
Yeah, that is a bad deal.
Yeah.
No, I like it in human terms because we don't think it through. Laura, if you got traded to ESPN Dallas right now, your life would be turned upside down.
Yeah, of course. It's a different place. It's a place that, granted, I'm sure, he travels there, so he knows a little bit, but it's not a living situation. I've been to Dallas. I think it's great. I wouldn't want to live there, but if they're paying me better, hey, what's up, Dallas?
No, they're paying you the same.
No, I know,
if
but
you're Anthony Davis, they're paying you the same.
I'm talking about me.
Oh,
but,
you would actually negotiate to go to Dallas?
No.
You
just
would leave
saying,
your boo behind?
No, I'm sure. I don't know if he would come, actually. It's Dallas. But, you know what I mean? No, it would uproot your life for sure. Anywhere you go, especially if you weren't thinking you were going to go there, and all of a sudden it's, hey, you got to go.
Yeah.
You're getting booted out of somewhere that you called home.
Yeah.
Okay, people like BC and Kasim's age, I'm sure don't know this world. Maybe Laura's even too young, but you and I, when we were growing up, the concept of our parents potentially being transferred to another city.
Yeah.
Totally common.
Oh, we were transferred a bunch. My dad was transferred. We started out in Altoona. Then we went to Pittsburgh. Then we went to Cleveland. Then we went to Toledo. Then we went back to Cleveland. Then we went back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you were just
And
told.
each time you got up, you sold your house, you picked up, you moved, you went to a new school, all that stuff.
Yeah, you were just told, we are transferring you to this different office. You're either going or you're losing your job.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see, my dad worked in Southern California. So he was the one that would get up at 3 a.m. or earlier and just kind of commute everywhere versus having to possibly do that. I know I didn't deal with it, but my boyfriend's family did. He moved around a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. That was weird for me.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? A lot of, on the Culture Pop podcast, there are a lot of guests that I've talked to, actors I've talked to, who were people who moved from city to city, military brats, and there's something to be said for that in terms of acting. You have to change your behavior every single time or reinvent yourself every time you go to a different school. And a lot of military brats turn out to be really good actors.
Yeah, it's like a non-racial version of code switching.
Yes.
Like where you're essentially just becoming the persona to blend in with your surroundings culturally.
Yes, and you go from school to school and you do that repeatedly. All right, we're going to do some sports graffiti. There is so much happening. Did we even get to NFL? We didn't get to NFL. I'll tee up some of that.
Dave Roberts has a deal.
Dave Roberts has a brand new deal with the Dodgers. We've got Sam Darnold landing in Seattle. We got Geno Smith with the Raiders. How are Raiders fans feeling about that? No word on Aaron Rodgers at this point.
No word.
No word on Aaron Rodgers, although Pittsburgh seems to be the potential destination, according to Adam Schefter. Yeah, and Justin Fields goes to the Jets. So there's so much quarterback movement. Josh Allen, by the way, becomes the highest paid player in the history of the NFL. All that stuff. We'll open the phones. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Whatever you got, fair game. Dial us up. 877-710-ESPN. All right. Did you know that Goodwill Southern California is more than just an amazing thrift shop? More than amazing thrift finds. They are transforming lives with job training and career placement and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. So next time you donate or shop, you're not just decluttering. You're empowering someone's future. For more on how you can help for more on how you can learn to help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. This message brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back Monday at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Just watching JJ, I don't think he is so inexperienced that you can mess this up.
Oh, sure he can. I don't think he will because I think he's really good at it. But that's one of the most dangerous things for anybody. If you don't know what you don't know, if you've never been through it before, you can get coached up. You can say, hey, somebody that's been, they watch up. But the first time you go through something, it's the first time you go through something.
Remember, he's got LeBron. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's of any coach that's ever started their career, I think he might have the most help. LeBron is there. When LeBron walked out, all nonsense stopped. That's something JJ doesn't have to worry about.
JJ Redick is the right man for the job.
Yes.
I have no reservations about that.
Look at the card, dial up right play. Give it.
He is the right man for the job, and he has done an extraordinary job.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
The CONCACAF Nations League Finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. 1 ticket, 2 matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, 877-710-ESPN Sports Graffiti time. I was going to mention while you load up the phones, 877-710-ESPN, I just noticed that we got a big bid on, we got a dining experience at Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar with George Sedano and Scott Kaplan. How about that?
That would be fun.
The bid is right now only $190, which I think buys one ribeye. One ribeye at Fleming. So jump in there. Again, if you want to bid on any of our items for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, go to 710-4FORCHLA.com and make a difference today. All right, 877-710-ESPN. Andy is in for John. Let's do it. Corey, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Corey?
Yo, guys, I love your show. I've been listening for a long time, and I wanted to shamelessly plug a Lakers-related show I have this Friday night at the Yard Theater in Hollywood, and the title is, get this, Vivian Flores,
yes,
the greatest fan of all time. If you like Hulu's memes and nightmares, you might like this. It explores a lot of, like, NBA Twitter and why people create burner accounts. It's for my grad school presentation. I go to Cal State LA where Michael Cooper coaches, and I just think it's so serendipitous that you have the greatest fan of all time contest. And I just wanted to Friday night, 7 p.m. at the Yard Theater.
At the Yard Theater. All right. Awesome, man. Thank you very much, and congratulations on the project, Corey.
Thank you.
All right. Do you know about this?
I knew about this because Corey contacted me during an episode of Lakers Talk.
Got it.
So that's how I was aware of it. I vaguely remember the Vivian fake fan story. I don't remember exactly what happened. I just remember there was some type of fake fan persona, and the woman in question went by Vivian.
Okay. So that's the story. All right. 877-710-ESPN. Slow on the phone today. I got 3 lines open. Let's go to Nate. Nate, you're on Sports Graffiti. It's happening, Nate.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so this kind of touches back to last week with Charles Barkley talking about, the LeBron James and Michael Jordan comparison and all this stuff. I really wanted to know, because I'm kind of on the boat of, like, the GOAT debate should be over. I'm 35 years old. You couldn't tell me that Kobe Bryant wasn't the best basketball player in the world growing up. And now that I get to see LeBron James every day up close, I'm like, wow, you really are, And I feel like debating about it is a waste of time. And I just kind of wonder, when did it start? When do you guys, like, did Magic and Bird get compared to someone so we didn't get to, like, enjoy their greatness in real time? Because I feel like we're not enjoying LeBron's greatness in real time.
All right, thanks for the call. Good question. Interesting question. Andy, what do you think?
I think it began with Jordan.
Yeah.
Because Jordan also started coming up at a time when athletes were getting marketed differently.
Yeah.
And also, too, I have always had a theory that Jordan's generation of peers like Barkley, Ewing, all them, have a very concerted interest in keeping Jordan considered the GOAT because it makes it more justifiable that none of them ever beat him.
Well, despite what Charles says, I don't think I've had this debate in a while. Have we had this GOAT debate? It is kind of...
We haven't.
You want to talk about played out.
We haven't.
I agree with Charles. It is played out, but I also don't think we dwell on it any more than anybody else.
We specifically may not. I think GOAT debates are the most boring debate you can possibly have.
No, there's one worse. Mount Rushmore debates. I hate Mount Rushmore debates.
By the way, all these things we're naming is the stuff Michael Thompson lives for.
Oh, he does. He loves those conversations.
But, I mean, respectfully to Stephen A. and our people over at ESPN, there is a 50-50 chance that a MJ LeBron GOAT debate happens at least once a week.
Yeah, I think you're right. 877-710-ESPN. Let's go to David. That's not David. This is David. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, David?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, just wanted to say, I saw some people not complaining, but kind of curious to why the Rams signed Davante Adams, other than Cooper Kupp. And I think the biggest thing people have to understand is, one, Davante Adams is going to be that deep threat that the Rams desperately need.
Yep.
Cooper was more that middle of the field guy. And then also, too, Davante had still a pretty good year last year, even being with Aaron Rodgers and being with Matt Stafford is going to be such a big upgrade. And then finally, too, one question before I get off is who's number 17 come next season, Puka or Davante?
It's a good question. I don't know how that negotiation goes down. I would imagine that. How does that go down? Davante and Puka both wear 17.
I would think Davante would be deferential to Puka.
I would think so too.
I mean, Puka.
Although Puka, it could be the other way. Davante has been in the league. He's 32 years old. He's been in the league for a while.
But Davante now. This is going to be his fourth team he's played for. At least 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Puka could end up at least theoretically, a Rams lifer.
Yeah.
In 17, like he becomes the 17 that we associate the Rams with. Kind of a weird. I think it's kind of a weird look for Davante, maybe only being here 1 year, trying to Bigfoot 17.
Right. By the way, the other point he had is absolutely right. I love Cooper Kupp, but he is more of a possession. Although he's a threat at the end zone, too, especially inside the red zone.
Davante's been a good red zone threat, though.
But also Davante, who had 900-plus receiving yards and 8 touchdowns last year, despite playing for a bad Jets team. I think he is going to be fired up to play for the Rams, and he is the deep threat, the vertical threat that Matthew Stafford really needs.
It's a great pickup for the Rams. Also, too, wherever Aaron Rodgers lands now, he will be without his binky.
Uh-oh.
Because Davante Adams has been his binky.
Well, maybe they can go get Alan Lazard. Let's go to Martin. Martin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Martin.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I was thinking, you guys think Cooper Kupp could team up with Aaron Rodgers down there with the Raiders? That's my first question. I could get an answer after.
Yep.
And my second point is, Mace, you've never been to Belize, man, and I want to know why.
I never what?
Never been to Belize.
Oh, I've never been to Belize. Yeah. Okay, good question. I've wanted to go to Belize for a long time. I have gone to South America and Central America. I've been in Nicaragua, El Salvador, Colombia, Peru. Argentina's on the list of places we want to go. Have not been to Belize. Have not been to Panama, which also is supposed to be really, really nice.
I've never been to South America. Period. I'd like to go.
Yeah,
I would really like to go.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
Panama, we didn't chill there for a long time. We just had a long layover, so we were able to get out for a little bit. It was beautiful.
We took a stop in. Let me see. Where was I flying? There was a random stop that was not planned. I think it was in Panama. We were flying from Colombia back to L.A. We stopped in Panama unexpectedly, and I always assumed it was some sort of drug thing.
Are you serious?
I always assumed it was
That's
a drug
funny.
thing. Because it was just a random we're landing in Panama. We're going to L.A. Let's get one more in here. John, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, John.
How's it going?
Good, man.
So I heard a couple of rumors about the Luka and Anthony Davis trade.
Good. Tell us.
And yes, part of it was the owners themselves.
Yes.
They got their money from gambling.
Yep.
And they went around and bought up the land around the arena to get gambling going, sports gambling mainly.
Yes.
But in January, it coincides right around the trade. Texas denied the gambling rights. So as a screw you, we're getting rid of Luka.
Okay. And who were they trying to say screw you to?
Texas for not passing the gambling.
Okay, that's an interesting theory. This is sort of the Ireland theory. I don't know it's the screw you Texas theory, but
It's a weird way to say screw you. We're going to trade our superstar.
There's a conflation of things there. Yes, I think ownership was involved.
Ownership was absolutely involved.
Patrick Dumont came out and said, we want guys that work hard like Shaq.
They didn't want to pay Luka. Yeah, I know. That should have thought that one through.
Yes.
Also should have named Dirk, your franchise legend.
Yes.
Should have named Dirk. They did not want to pay Luka $350 million or whatever it's going to be. Like, Nico Harrison did not go rogue.
Right.
This is something that ownership at minimum supported, if not were part of the people behind it.
Someday the story will be told. But do you think Nico thinks he made a good basketball trade? Do you think at the time he thought, I'm making a good basketball trade? Or did ownership say, get rid of Luka, we're not paying him?
I think he thinks he made a good deal.
I do too.
Now, he may not love the way he had to go about doing it, like maybe not opening up a bidding war, but it's very clear that even above the return for Luka, they wanted this to be quiet and quick and clean.
Yes.
Like above everything else. But obviously he bet on his relationship with Kyrie Irving. Because remember when they traded for Kyrie was considered nuclear and nobody wanted to touch him, And Nico had that relationship with Kyrie, bet on it. It worked great. He is betting on Anthony Davis as much of a person as he is a player.
Yes.
And I think he feels like these relationships matter as much for setting culture in ways that Luka, in Nico's mind, doesn't fit.
So I think it's a fair question. Is this where does this rank in terms of being worst trade in American sports history?
It's too early to know for sure.
Yes.
It's too early because AD has not played for the Mavericks other than 3/4 of one game.
Yep.
If, in theory, Kyrie returns from this injury, looks like Kyrie. AD returns from the injury, looks like AD. Max Christie keeps developing. Derek Lively keeps developing. This could end up, if nothing else, a trade that is not a disaster for Dallas beyond the PR of it, but it has the potential to be one of the worst trades in history because you will have traded a franchise face level player who just is now entering his prime.
Yep.
Who didn't want to leave.
Right.
Who actually wanted to stay. Those are the type of players that you typically move heaven and earth to make sure you can keep.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Coming up next for you, all of the movement in the NFL. There has been so much of it. Multiple quarterbacks have changed teams or have officially landed. The Rams got their backup quarterback again. All that stuff is coming up for you next. Mason in Ireland. Andy's in for John, 710 ESPN.
Today, it's a showdown at Barclays Center.
Luka dribbles left. Three-pointer by Luka. That's good!
The purple and gold are looking for a big bounce-back win. But standing in their way is former teammate D'Angelo Russell.
Your LA Lakers visit the Brooklyn Nets.
Pre-game coverage begins at 3 p.m.
Luka for three. Good again.
This is the home of the Lakers and the new home of Luka.
The Lakers play on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call Avner answers. He says, hello. Your claim is our game. AvnerGat.com.
Hey, everybody, it's John Ireland. We all like to discuss and debate who we think is the GOAT, right? But the real question is, who is the GAFOAT? That's right, the GAFOAT. ESPN LA and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers GAFOAT, the greatest fan of all time. Just upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. You must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and be sure to include 2 hashtags. Hashtag Lakers GAFOAT and hashtag promotion. And you can win some serious prizes like courtside seats, Lakers gear, a year's supply of my favorite, BBGO. BBGO's mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals are ready in minutes. My favorite is the juicy and flavorful steamed dumplings with the sticky white rice. So easy and so good. We're looking for the Lakers GAFOAT. Is it you?
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe
we do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No.
Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
What's happening, people? Andy's here. Beto has stopped in. Beto, what's going on, man? You getting ready for a little Lakers basketball tonight?
Yeah, I just came to say hello.
Yeah,
wondering
nice to
how
see
many
you.
shots of espresso you have right now.
I've had 11 today. If I told you if I was going to the gym, I'd have more shots of espresso before I went to the gym. So you get fired up for a workout.
You look good, Mason.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Keep the beard and the mustache at that length right there.
And don't get longer than this.
Nah.
Yeah, I know.
That makes you look younger right there.
This,
Yeah,
the
the
scruff.
little scruff, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're like at least 42
I'm
right
gonna
there.
roll with the scruff. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no, I was
sick.
just telling you, the girl, Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Yes,
in the pit. I found
Taylor.
out,
She's terrific, isn't she?
I found out who she was this morning because she doesn't go by Cranston.
No, she goes by Dearden.
Dearden, yeah.
Taylor Dearden.
She
Dearden is
so
her
good.
mom's name.
Really, the pit is a real good show. I caught up on it last night.
Is it like? Did you ever watch ER?
Yeah, that's where Noah Wiley made his bones.
Okay,
at.
so apparently the Michael Crichton estate. Michael Crichton is responsible for ER.
Okay.
Is suing the Pit people because they're saying it's the same damn show. Is it the same show as ER?
No, because the way it goes is it's one day.
Yep.
And it's each hour is a new
that's
episode.
right. It's all in one day.
It's like 24, but in a hospital.
Yeah. So they started at 7 in the morning when they all show up. Hey, everybody, good morning, and then throughout the day of how it goes at the ER.
And there's 12 episodes.
I think that's 9 right now. I think
9?
it's like 4 o'clock right now where I caught up. But it's
Okay.
And then I found out who she plays like an innocent Midwestern girl. It is the student doctors. It's their first day at that ER.
Got it.
So they're dealing with killing people.
Yep.
Dealing with trying to save people, and then just a lot of stuff. It's,
Nice.
it's really intense. I don't watch shows like that. But that was
Taylor
really
Dearden is a USC girl. Went to SC in
not
the
know
acting
that.
program over there. Yeah.
And Schwarzenegger from White Lotus.
Yeah. Now, do you watch White Lotus?
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Oh, it is great.
Yeah.
He is such a D-bag, isn't he? The character is such a D-bag.
Yeah, he looks like he's from the South and went to Duke.
Some frat boy.
Finance bro, typical.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good
exactly.
show. I
It's
like
a really good show. But the thing I love about that show is the three women who are constantly judging each
They're so
other.
LA.
The Michelle Monaghan
and Carrie Coons.
Carrie Coons, exactly. And they're going back and forth, and they're finding out. Well, one of them might be a Trump fan, and one of them might be.
She moved
desperate.
to Austin is a big mega church.
She did exactly.
Her and Joel Osteen up there.
Exactly. So it's a very fun show.
Yeah, it's
very
good
fun show. How no LeBron for 1 to 2 weeks.
Cool.
You all right with that?
Yes, because you want LeBron in May.
Yes.
I know Saturday after the postgame show, like Funch was one was like, they're going to fall to the play-in tournament. Like, Funch. They have enough of a lead,
Right.
enough of a pad from 2 spot to get into the play-in tournament. I think it's like a 6-game difference. They're going to be fine. If there was no Luka, then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, right.
You have Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
They're going to find
somebody can carry that team.
You can carry. Now, this week is tough because they have the back-to-back Milwaukee and Denver. And
6 games in 8 days.
Yeah. And that's just a schedule you have. But even LeBron would probably, Andy, in some of those games, you might want to think about sitting him down.
Possibly. I mean, it's certainly possible.
If he was healthy.
But you hit on the big thing. Just avoid the play-in.
Yeah.
Like, they need to stay in the top 6. Like, obviously, you want to be higher up. That's the most ideal.
It'd be great.
And it would suck to go from 2 to 6 just because it was like, oh, we had that. But as long as they stay out of the play-in, they're ultimately fine.
Yeah. Get into the tournament, start dancing, and then if you have LeBron, then you can start wondering, okay, what side of the bracket are we going to be on? But they're going to be, like, LeBron has played a lot of games this year.
Yep.
He has a lot of minutes on him. And I'm okay with him sitting down, especially a groin, to make sure that you're healthy in May, hopefully June.
Let me see. I wanted to mention this. This is interesting. So, switching to the NFL. Sam Darnold signed with Seattle.
Oh, good for him.
He is going to make $100,000 a day for the next 3 years. $100,000 a day for
he's
the
got
next
Mason
3
money.
years. He's got Ireland money.
Now you
That's
Cappy money.
let's not go crazy.
That's house in Idaho.
No,
money.
that's
Ireland money.
That's Ireland's like per diem.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. That's his per diem. $100,000. Is he $100,000 a day quarterback?
He is what the market is paying.
Yes.
That's what it is. This is why parents, when their kid is 6 years old, they're taking all these different quarterback trainers, different gurus, because the money is there, and it's hard to find a good quarterback. In the NFL, you probably have 18 good quarterbacks, but if their market's going to pay it, and also credit to Sam Darnold, went up and went down, and then look where he's at now. Good for him.
How much per minute, Laura?
He is going to be making $68.49 a minute.
$68 a minute.
Bezos.
That's crazy.
I mean,
That's
all
good
these
money.
guys do though. Like if you look at LeBron, I mean, Ohtani money, like all these guys are out there.
Oh yeah, no, it's
ridiculous.
insane. I mean, look at Josh Allen, $330 million, $250 guaranteed. I mean, that's just. By the way, $250 million guaranteed. That is called $250 million.
Even if you are an average quarterback in the NFL, that means you're somewhere between like 15 and 20, 21. Right. The drop-off between average and below average in the NFL is massive. Like, but Sam Darnold might not seem that special to a lot of people, but it is so hard to find someone as good as Sam Darnold. Even if it doesn't feel like it is, the reality it is.
Yeah.
Now, so that's why he gets that kind of money.
I'll say this. Sam Darnold in Seattle is a good move. It's a good move.
That,
I think he's good. Rams crushed him twice, so they're going to see him twice next year. Rams beat Minnesota twice this year, and including the playoff game where they just destroyed Sam Darnold.
It's a good time to be in the West right now.
Yeah.
San Francisco, I think, is taking a step back. Seattle, no DK Metcalf, no Tyler Lockett. Yeah. Arizona hasn't done anything. I think
Whose house?
Rams house.
Okay, just making sure.
No, always Rams house. Beto, we look forward to hearing you this afternoon.
I just came to say hi.
Yeah, nice to see you, man. Beto will be along at 3 o'clock for some Lakers pregame. Ireland, by the way, is going to join us in about a half hour live from Brooklyn. And Rich Eisen is going to join us at 2:15 today. Rich Eisen's coming on. Love Rich. And right now it's time to Chumba. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots and so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. Here's the kicker. Dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? It is officially time to take your shot. Go to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Do you think that the night that you were wearing the LeBron sneakers where he told you, hey, nice shoes, do you think wearing his shoes and interviewing him is that
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
that's a glaze?
He was glazing George.
Yeah, he glazed me. Oh, he glazed you.
Yeah.
You mean the act of wearing his shoes while doing an interview with him is not an act of glazing?
I mean, it's not the first time I've ever worn LeBron's shoes.
Sedano and Cap tomorrow at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's DeMarco. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. Helping kids get the breakthrough care they need, CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences, like a Pachanga weekend package, including a round of golf with me and Travis. Every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Michelle Smallman here. Are you dreaming of seeing your team draft their next superstar? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Witness unforgettable moments and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't miss out. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
petrified. I kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
On this day in 1979, the number one hit in America was Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive. But I like the cake version better.
This is one of the reasons, Andy, why people should bid on being like associate producer for a day, because they can learn from Brian Cohen. Because as Mason was like, hey, come back with this song, he was ready with the Gloria Gaynor song, I Will Survive.
I always say Brian knows what I'm going to do before I know what I'm going to do, which is a tribute to Brian. Well, actually, no, that's a little, you're inside my head. I don't know if that's
a little weird. But, nonetheless,
Yes.
what I was trying to say is you can come and you can learn from the best, but you're not going to take his job.
Yeah. You object to the use of cake, I Will Survive?
That is a disgraceful opinion. That,
You think
that
so?
this version is better.
I'm glad you said it.
Put on the Gloria Gaynor
Thank
version.
you.
Disco.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
go for it, Brian.
Express,
Play the right one.
expressing that you like the cake version of I Will Survive better than the original, like that's
Plus, as a gay guy.
I was actually going to say that is braver than you coming out.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
It is. No, I like the cake version. This is a great song, though. Without that look upon your face. Stupid lock.
I should have gave you the key.
Yeah, it's a great song. Everybody, when you break up with somebody, you should just play this song really loud.
You have Gloria put her arm around you and let you know it's going to be okay.
Yeah,
and there's some stories I shouldn't tell.
I know.
This is probably one of them. Go for it.
I say you do it. We're all family here.
Okay. No, can't do it.
I will survive.
Too personal.
You will survive.
By the way, that's very rare that I say a story is too personal.
That's true.
Now I really want to know.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
I'll tell you off the air.
I'm going to sneak in there.
Hey, it is officially Reaction Monday with Michelob Ultra. So much going on. NFL free agency. Tough start to the Lakers road trip. They're getting ready to play Brooklyn tonight. Tip-off is at 4:30. Pregame at 3. Thanks to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Only worth it if you enjoy it. Yeah, not every story is for on the air.
That's true.
It's National Pack Your Lunch Day. Did you pack a little lunch?
I did pack a lunch.
Yeah, Andy
It's
Kamenetsky
Andy's day.
is so big at packing a lunch.
Me and DeMarco. DeMarco and I keep the Pack Your Lunch Day. That's every day. That's a 365 event.
So
for
what
us.
what is in your little lunch pail? Do you have a lunch pail?
I do not have a
Is it
lunch.
like when I was a kid, I had a lunch pail that had the $6 million man on it.
At this age, I'm a Tupperware man.
You're Tupperware?
I bring the Tupperware.
Yeah.
It was essentially leftovers from yesterday. I slow cooked some chicken and used that for tacos, and I made Mexican rice. So I brought some of the leftovers, but also put a carrot, seasoned it up in the air fryer.
Oh, nice.
Made that as part of a little accoutrement.
It reminds me of what I did last night, which was
Ready Whip?
No. California Chicken Cafe delivered to the house. It's exactly
California
the same
Chicken
thing.
Cafe is good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we got
really good.
a California Chicken Cafe roasted chicken last night.
It's good.
Really good.
Yeah, their chicken's
You
really
can
good.
actually order it juicy and well done. Now, who orders it not juicy? Like, is there somebody? It's
You want
literally-
dry chicken?
It's literally an option. Do you want it juicy or not? Who wants the not juicy?
Old people.
They want dry chicken.
I think the older people get, the more well done they often want it. And I
Really?
guarantee older people will be super cautious about ordering it out. They're worried that it's not going to be cooked enough because it's chicken.
Chicken, right?
So I guarantee.
But wait a minute.
But they got dentures,
No,
man. That's a
you
hard
can
chicken.
get well done and juicy. So why would you get well done and not juicy?
Oh, I thought you meant they were separate categories.
No, they're not separate. You have an option. It's okay. Rotisserie chicken.
Right.
You can get it well done. You can get it juicy, and you can check both of those things and get it, or you can just have it well done. And I'm like, why would you not want the juicy chicken?
My guess again, the
Always
old
get
the
the
old
juicy
people will equate juicy with undercooked.
No, they're missing out because that was a great ass rotisserie chicken. Right
It's
there.
good stuff,
I'd
man.
never had California Chicken Cafe.
Their
know it's
pastas
That was
are
your first time?
It's right here. So yeah, it's healthier, right, than some of the options that are around here.
Yep.
And I love their feature here in downtown LA where you can just order like on their website and then they literally bring it out to your car.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
yeah.
great.
A lot of people around here in the office get California
The
chicken
broccoli salad they have.
I actually had the broccoli salad last night. It's really
So
good.
good.
Yeah. All right, so NFL, big day in the NFL. So much going on. Just some of the highlights. And by the way, Rich Eisen from the NFL Network is going to join us about an hour. Josh Allen, about a half hour, I'm sorry, 2:15. Josh Allen signed the richest contract in the history of the NFL, $330 million with $250 million guaranteed. That's a $55 million average salary, largest guaranteed money in history, $250 million. I believe that's going to pay off.
It'll pay off. It's also going to remain the richest for approximately 1 year until next free agency, and somebody will beat that.
Although the guaranteed money is the thing. $250 million guaranteed is a record by a lot.
Let me see who are the upcoming quarterbacks for the 2026.
While you're doing that, Geno Smith was traded to the Raiders from Seattle. He's getting 1 year and $31 million. So the Raiders have a quarterback. I have to assume Geno is a shorter-term answer while they develop a quarterback to replace him. DK Metcalf got traded from Seattle to Pittsburgh. He's got 5 years, $150 million. And that goes along with Pittsburgh has not signed a quarterback yet. They do not have a quarterback yet. Possible option still Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Davante Adams to the Rams. They got their vertical threat. That's what I'm talking about. 2 years, $46 million, $26 million guaranteed. Myles Garrett, huge contract with the Browns. He will toil away in obscurity for 4 years and $160 million, $123 million guaranteed. Rams have their backup quarterback. It is Jimmy Garoppolo on a 1 year deal. That's official. I don't see a dollar amount, but
I saw that it was something like 4.5 base with incentives. He could reach 5.
Yeah, Jimmy don't need it. Jimmy is super rich because of that one deal he signed in San Francisco. And by the way, he's a totally serviceable backup quarterback.
I'd go a step further. I think as a backup, Jimmy Garoppolo is a luxury.
Yeah.
He is a backup quarterback that you don't feel incredibly nervous about having out there. Like, he's not ideal.
Right.
But it's not a disaster having to put him out
Not
there.
at all. Not at all. Sam Darnold, we've mentioned him. Signs in Seattle. 3 years, $110 million, $55 million is guaranteed. You know what? Good for Sam Darnold. He was a great Trojan. He was terrific with USC. Happened to coincide with Clay Helton's reign. Reign is a weird word to
Won a
use.
Rose Bowl.
But did win a Rose Bowl. He was a great player. I remember that very first game. They put him in the Utah game. It was at Utah. Impossible spot. Ended up losing that game, but Trojans went on a run after that.
He's also, too, I mean, who knows how good Darnold's going to be with Seattle. We'll see. But Minnesota was the first time he had ever been a starter in with a franchise that was even remotely stable.
Yes.
Like the Jets, the Panthers, those are just such poorly run places. It makes a really big deal when you're young. It makes a big difference.
Here's the steal of free agency. Are you ready? I may be the only one that thinks this. Justin Fields, 2 years, $40 to the Jets.
It's not bad.
I really like Justin Fields. And he had like 5-6 games in Pittsburgh this year, was totally serviceable and gives you an extra dimension with his legs. I think that is a really smart play by the Jets, a woebegone franchise who, I don't even know if Justin Fields can turn that crap around.
Oh, no, he can't.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is not turning around that.
Now, Aaron Rodgers still out there, although lots of reports that he could be headed to Pittsburgh, which is so entertaining because Emily loves the Steelers and hates Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, just
the drama that could create, though, would be amazing.
There's
Imagine.
a part of me that doesn't want this to happen because I love Emily and I don't want to see her go through this.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a part of me that desperately wants to see this happen because it will be so funny.
I would have been in this spot had he signed. There was a lot of talk or smoke that it would be either Stafford or Aaron Rodgers. I was like, oh, please don't make it Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to have such a hard time rooting for him.
Look,
I would have, but
he's he's not as good as I think Ireland thinks
Ireland
or DeMarco thinks.
Ireland really thought that Aaron Rodgers and
just as good as
Matthew Stafford were a wash. They are not a wash.
No.
Look at the 5 come-from-behind wins that Matthew Stafford come-from-behind drives he engineered in the fourth quarter this year.
Look, I will admit, I did not watch every single Jets game last season because why would I?
Yes.
But when I did see Rodgers, I'm not saying he was terrible, but he was not great
Empty
either.
stats, empty numbers.
Anywhere close to great.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Laura's got some stuff, and Brian's got some stuff, and we will get through all that for you coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Today, it's a showdown at Barclays Center.
Luka dribbles left. Three-pointer by Luka. Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers Gaffote. That's right, Gaffote. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
A reasonable offer. Handled everything and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Sellers Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
ESPN LA and BB Go are going on a quest for the Lakers Gaffote. No. Not the GOAT. The Gaffote. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag Lakers Gaffote, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers Gaffote is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BB Go, and more. The Lakers Gaffote. Is it you?
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go. That's
good
the
for
correct
you,
answer.
Johnny I.
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thanks, Brian Cranston. And we're going to let Kasim take the first one.
All right, Kasim. Wow, big time.
Let's go.
Kasim is training today. What do you got, Kasim?
So I don't know if you guys seen, but over the weekend, Michigan State and Michigan had their rivalry match.
Okay.
And it happened on senior night. And, you know, Michigan State has a tradition on senior night where the seniors on the court kiss the floor before they check out of the game. And there were two Michigan players who are essentially just standing on center logo, I guess, posing disrespect. Michigan State was already up. The game was pretty much over.
Okay.
The question I'm asking is, do you find that going too far in terms of a rivalry where it's like you can't even let the opposing team do their, traditions?
They would not allow who to kiss the floor?
Michigan State to kiss the center floor of the, the Michigan Spartan logo.
Who won the game?
Michigan State won the game.
Michigan State won the game. And they were not allowed to kiss the floor.
Well, they kissed it, but they essentially were like standing, getting in their way, preventing them from doing their tradition.
Okay.
So are you saying that are you asking if it was out of pocket to prevent those guys to do the tradition?
Because you guys are rivals.
I think so. I mean, look, if this is your thing, and I've never heard of this thing where you kiss the floor, but if this is your thing and this is what they've done for years as seniors, I don't know why you would stop them from doing it.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in if you want to put the sword in the middle of the field.
Me too.
Do
it. I don't care if you stick a sword somewhere.
I love all that stuff. Though, if I were a Michigan State player, I am way too germ-phobic to kiss the floor.
Can you imagine Michael Thompson of University of Minnesota? Their tradition was on senior night, kiss the floor. Michael would have just been out of his mind.
I would have been doing one of those, like I kiss my hand, then put my hand on the floor.
Blow kisses?
I could not just put my lips on that floor.
Are you watching a lot of college basketball, Kasim?
Yeah, I'm doing the board here for USC women's basketball.
Did we carry that game yesterday? The SC
yeah,
UCLA?
we did the Big Ten game.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
USC lost that championship game in the Big Ten. But ideally, they put them on two sides of the bracket, and potentially
Hopefully we see them in the
USC, Michigan State, or USC, UCLA. The fourth chapter of this season in the NCAA championship.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. So talking all about NFL free agency here and all the big signings today, and it kind of got me thinking. Over last Friday, Max Crosby became the highest paid, Myles Garrett highest paid. In your opinion, here, is it better for these guys to sign the contract right away, get that highest paid title, or is it more beneficial to wait a few days here? And then, Myles Garrett got a bigger contract than Max Crosby and all that stuff. So, in your opinion, would you jump on that first contract, or do you like to wait a little bit, see what the water is, couple different offers?
So we often talk about, like, the first domino
right.
in free agency, and you can see as the quarterbacks start coming off the board, somebody was, we had to wait and see where Darnold went before we found out where these other guys went. So one guy does set the market, and then the other guy, I'm trying to think, who signed first? Myles Garrett or
Crosby?
It was Crosby
signed first, and Garrett got more than him.
Right.
See, I think Garrett probably in a vacuum would get more.
And now it's all like, Aiden Hutchinson, is he going to get
Micah
more?
Parsons.
All this,
Micah Parsons.
Yes.
All those guys are talking about it now. Look, the fun thing is to be the guy that sets the market. I don't care where you sign, but if you set the market, if you're the big guy, then jump at that.
Here's the thing: I would rather be the guy that signs first and sets the market, because if anybody cares that you're setting the market, it means you got stupid money anyway. Like, you got paid.
Yep.
And I would rather just bank that than worrying about all of a sudden something falling apart with one of these teams that I'm working with to try to top the guy that signed the market.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you end up with nothing. Just take the crazy, stupid money.
Yeah, I mean, Myles Garrett, I'm trying to see what he got. What did he get, Brian? Myles Garrett, I've got on my list here. He got 4 years, 160, 123 million guaranteed. And I'm trying to see what
did Max Crosby?
What Max Crosby
106.
3 years, 106 with 91 million guaranteed. You know what? My view is Myles Garrett should get paid more than Max Crosby. They're both explosive, great defensive players, but Myles Garrett, I think, is above everybody.
And Max Crosby just made an insane amount of money.
Yep.
Like, it's not like Max Crosby screwed himself by being the first guy. He still got seriously paid.
That's an interesting question. Like, when you're getting that kind of money, do you really worry about $1 million here, $1 million there? I know it sounds crazy, but do you really worry about that? Like, I got 123. I thought I should get 125. Do you really care about that, or are you happy with 123?
This is the question that we were all debating during that period when the Rams and Stafford were negotiating.
Right.
Because Stafford, at least in theory, would want to be
second highest career earnings of any quarterback in the league,
right,
of any player in the league.
And in the meantime, though, he would look at somebody like Sam Darnold, what he just got paid, and be like, I'm better than Darnold, which he is, but it's like, you're 36 years old. Like, contextually, it's different, but there had been some concern that Stafford would take the principal of the money over, okay, dude, you've already banked like $300 million, something like
$350.
Does it really matter? Like, in terms of your actual life, does it matter?
Yeah.
The answer should be no.
The answer should be no. I don't think I mean, in that world, I don't know if I'd be scrapping around for an extra $1 million.
Well, these guys also, though, get hyper competitive about everything, including their checks.
Yes, they do.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. So we like to do on this day sometimes, especially because the afternoon show is not on today because of the Lakers.
Oh, right. They normally own the rights to on
sure
this
they
day.
do. Yeah. Sure. So on this day,
Like
1983.
Food in the Morning with
Yes.
Travis and
Again,
DeMarco.
sure. MTV played Michael Jackson's Billie Jean for the first time.
Ah, so good.
And I remember, I'm 36 years old, and I remember when I used to, I was glued to MTV because of the music videos. Kasim, I know you're probably way too young for that. And Brian, I don't know, because you're pretty young yourself. But is there a video that you couldn't wait, like a song that you were like, oh my God, I can't wait for that video to drop?
Okay.
Because I loved music videos.
Okay, so back in something blah, blah, blah year, Madonna's Like a Prayer was coming out. And I knew somebody. The record and the video were coming out Thursday night on NBC. So the previous Friday, I got a copy of Madonna's Like a Prayer. And I was a music program director. And you were not allowed to play it. And so I did the natural thing.
You played it.
I waited until 5 o'clock. I turned off the fax machine, and we played it once an hour all weekend long. And then got sued by Madonna and whatever her record label was on Monday, which was totally worth it because we sent out press releases saying we got sued by Madonna. It never went anywhere. But we had that early. And then the video, Like a Prayer, was an incredibly controversial video.
Yes.
And I could not wait to see it because I heard the record, and the video was awesome, and they premiered it on NBC.
Some of the videos that jump out at me, this is just off the top of my head. I remember when I was like 12 or something, you're starting to really first notice girls, stuff like that. The video for She's a Beauty by the Tubes.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big one.
But you weren't waiting for the new Tubes video.
No, but I was waiting for that video.
I'm waiting for that one, yeah.
I was waiting for that one to come in the rotation.
What about Whitesnake? Why Can't This Be Love with Tawny Katane on the roof of a car?
That's Here I Go.
Oh, Here I Go Again.
Here I Go Again.
It's a great one.
I remember a cool-ass video was the Police Synchronicity 2.
Yeah.
It was like they were in some type of apocalyptic wasteland performing on these towers. The Billy Idol White Wedding was
That's
great
a good one,
video.
yeah. By the way, the weird thing about this is that there are still music videos. Don't you ever look at music videos on YouTube?
Yeah, but
Kasim?
it's not the same.
Guys?
Every now and then.
It is the same.
I don't know. It's not like an experience. Kasim, you didn't grow up in the MTV era, right? Or 106 in Park. I used to love watching 106 in Park or whatever. But I remember certain music videos, and I'm like, whoa. I remember, for example, I was very young. Bye, bye, bye. Right?
Bye, bye, bye,
how
bye.
they did that. It was just how everything kind of came
Is that
about.
the one where the marionettes?
Yeah,
I
when
think
there
that
was
is the marionettes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Justin Timberlake,
I
right?
had those marionettes. They came out with the dolls and
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
So I was a big NSYNC.
The last time I remember waiting for a video was, you remember when Terminator 2 came out, Guns N' Roses was part of the soundtrack, and they did that song, You Could Be Mine, and it was accompanying the video. And the reason I was so excited was you were going to see clips of Terminator 2 in the video. So I remember that being a big
Terminator 2 had a friend of mine, Robert Patrick, was the guy who stretches himself. He's a liquid metal guy.
Great.
He's great.
He's a
in
really
that.
good actor, period.
Excellent actor.
But he was the bad robot in T2. And I remember it blew everyone's mind that Schwarzenegger was coming back as the good Terminator.
Right. By the way, you can make a case that, now I think the original's better, but you can make a case that Terminator 2 is one of the best sequels of all time.
It is absolutely one of the best sequels of all time. It's on the short list of best sequels of all time.
Right. The only three that come to mind that are really great sequels, and I'm sure there are more, Aliens, plural, this, Terminator 2, and obviously Godfather 2.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. Although, is that a sequel, or is that part of a series?
When it came out, it was a sequel. The world has grown around it, but at the time, it was a sequel.
Okay, got it.
Actually, now this is interesting. When you look at something like Batman that has had all these different reboots.
Right.
Dark Knight is the sequel in that particular Nolan
to Batman
universe.
Rises.
Right, but is it still a sequel when there's been like 6 Batmen before it?
Yeah, see, I look at each cycle of Batman as its own thing. So I would argue that The Dark Knight is a sequel to, I think it's The Dark Knight Rises.
No,
was the first
it's
one.
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. There
now,
you go.
Dark Knight is on the short list of best sequels ever.
Dark Knight is better than Batman Begins.
Yes, it is.
Dark Knight is I think is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Okay, I'm going to run this theory. I've had movie theory.
Do it.
When you take into account like quality of performance, box office, cultural impact, staying power, I think you can make the argument that so far Heath Ledger's Joker is the greatest performance of the 21st century.
21st century.
21st century. When you take
Heath
into
Ledger.
account
Yes.
like
It
critical
was
acclaim, box office, cultural impact, staying power.
Crazy original performance.
Yeah, I mean he's amazing.
Yeah,
in
he
that.
is. Although there's something about the Joker that is just an indelible character. I mean, Nicholson was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for it. Oh, he was not.
No.
Well, he was great.
He was great.
Yeah.
He was definitely great.
And then you got Heath Ledger who won, and you got Joaquin Phoenix who won, and then Joker 2 came along.
And then there's Jared Leto.
Yeah. By the way, the new Batman with Robert Pattinson, I think, is really good. And the Penguin character, the Colin Farrell character, is now going to wind up in the series. And I think the Penguin was a fantastic series.
Pattinson was a pretty good Batman.
He's good. I mean, they're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to keep going. That's the Matt Reeves Batman. All right. And on that note, I see everybody looking down, so it must be over.
I'm sorry. No.
Everybody
Brian, do you have another one?
Yeah, I got another one.
All right, good.
So I saw this video that SportsCenter posted. SportsCenter posted last week about a mansion in Dallas, Texas that is fully furnished. It's for sale. And their selling point here on the fully furnished mansion was it comes with 290 pairs of Jordan sneakers.
Wow.
So it kind of got me thinking here, if you were on the market for a new house kind of deal and you stumbled upon what kind of collection where you're like, oh, man, I got to have that. I'm sold. That is the kicker to selling me the house.
So the 290 pairs of Nikes put this deal over the top. What could they put in there? What could they put in there that would get me to buy the house that would put it over the top? Well, I don't think I would buy a house without a jacuzzi.
Oh, of course.
A jacuzzi puts it over the top.
We've got a hot tub. It's nice.
A massage chair. That massage chair
that would be
put it
good.
over the top.
Yeah, those are two.
We don't know. By the way, we don't know what we're going to do with the massage chair for the party. Are we going to let everybody in the world try it? Or are we gonna...
No, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
No. That's
Keep
precious.
that thing sacred.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were going to maybe brick it, just take all the plugs out, and so nobody can use it.
No, you don't know where some of these asses have been. You don't want them in your chair.
That's true. No, good point.
Yeah,
point.
why would
no,
you?
we won't
No.
do that. What about you, Laura? What would put you over the top? Collection.
Probably, I love sunglasses, so like a good, expensive collection of sunglasses.
So they raid the sunglasses hut and then.
No.
Are you a big sunglasses hut person?
No.
The kiosk guy in the Grove?
No. See, I'm not talking about like the kiosk things. We're talking about like for example, Chrome Hearts has these glasses that I like. They're like I think over $2,000. You know what I mean? So things like that you can't get on the hut.
I'm with Laura. I love sunglasses. They're one of my few, I'll spend more than I really should because I just enjoy sunglasses.
As soon as I spend more, I lose them.
That is true, though, man.
They're great at the CVS. I never lose the ones from CVS, but I always lose the ones that I have with prescriptions.
For me, I think it would be either an incredible collection of cookware because I love to cook.
Clearly.
So, if you... Say I walked in this kitchen, it came stocked with everything you'd want in 3 different types of it.
Right.
That would be great. I would also love to move into a house with a full-on theater, movie-style theater, and it comes stocked with 35 millimeter prints of all these great movies.
Yep.
That would be an over-the-top thing.
That is cool. All right, Ireland's going to join us coming up. He is on the road in Brooklyn, and the Lakers are taking on Brooklyn tonight without LeBron James, and we'll see if Luka Doncic actually plays tonight. He is questionable. It's a hard word for me to say. Questionable. Don't forget our auction for...
Sounded like what's his name with the Dodgers. Questionable.
The Children's Hospital Los Angeles were involved in their 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. We're auctioning off some really cool items. If you've ever wanted to hang out around here, how about intern for a day? Right now, the current bid is $300. What about associate producer for a day? Only $250. So wait a minute. Being an intern has a higher bid than being an associate producer.
Yep.
Wow.
They're
Must be a
intimidated by
tough gig.
Briones and Cohen
Exactly.
and Hawk.
You can sit in for a show feature like Game of Games. The bid is at $1,110. How about Cosm Los Angeles with me? Let me see. Cosmo Los Angeles Film Experience with Steve Mason and special guest. Oh, you are the special guest. That's right. You and a friend. So that's at $360. Please go bid. We're trying to raise a whole bunch of money for the Make March Matter campaign with Children's Hospital Los Angeles. We say thank you to our friends at Legends Attic Pacific Palms Resort and San Antonio Winery, and all proceeds donated to CHLA. Visit 710-4FORCHLA.com. That's 710-4FORCHLA.com and make a difference today. Coming up for you, the big hour number 3. Ireland's going to join us from Brooklyn, Mason, and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Do you think that the night that you were wearing the LeBron sneakers where he told you, hey, nice shoes, do you think wearing his shoes and interviewing him is that
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
that's a glaze?
He was glazing George.
Yeah, he glazed me. Oh, he glazed you.
Yeah.
You mean the act of wearing his shoes while doing an interview with him is not an act of glazing?
I mean, it's not the first time I've ever worn LeBron's shoes.
Sedano and Cap tomorrow at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
The CONCACAF Nations League Finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. 1 ticket, 2 matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma Brands radio station.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
happening, people? Mason in Ireland, Andy Kamenetsky has been filling in, and we are now joined by John Ireland, who I think is at the Barclay Center in Brooklyn, New York. What's going on, Ireland?
Ireland is not there yet.
Oh, he's not. Oh, God, that was such a good introduction.
I know,
too.
it was great, too.
You're never going to be able to
I even knew it was
that.
the Barclay Center in Brooklyn,
You know,
New York.
it's okay. Brooklyn, New York has very, very tough traffic, even worse than L.A., so we get it.
Okay, I want to mention this is a good time for this then. I lost 10,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers on Saturday. I had Lakers minus 6.5, and of course, Boston won that game. I thought I'd take a run at it.
They kept it reasonably
They were in the
close.
ballpark there for a while. In the meantime, I am going to put 10,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers minus 5.5 tonight.
Minus 5.5.
Minus 5.5 favorites on the road. And whenever we play Mythical Money, it's brought to you by Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. Play anytime, anywhere for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Head to ChumbaCasino.com and let's Chumba. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Got to be 21. Terms and conditions apply. That seems about right. Although if you're just tuning in, Lakers are going to be shorthanded tonight. No LeBron James, who's gone for at least a week. It says 1 to 2 weeks with a groin injury.
I am counting on him being gone at least 2 weeks. If I happen to be overshooting it, great. But given his age, that it's a recurrence, he's had this groin injury before, I would be pretty surprised if it's less than 2 weeks.
The rest of the injury report includes Jackson Hayes out, Dorian Finney-Smith out, Rui Hachimura continues to deal. Is that a knee injury?
Yeah, it's a contusion. Rui. Rui is the patella tendinopathy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
knee strain.
Is that what it is?
It's a knee strain.
Just call it a knee strain. What is tendinopathy? I've never heard that term. And LeBron's out. That means, and Luka is questionable.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's been any updates about Luka.
Let's go live to the Barclay Center right now. Brooklyn, no. Still no Ireland? All right.
It might be I'm not getting, my internet's not working. Is your internet working?
Right.
Andy?
I'm saving that introduction. I'm going to do that introduction when he gets here because I think it's a really strong.
It's going to be so hard to replicate it, though. That was one of your best.
Introduction. Let me see. Oh, I was going to go to Ireland instead. We got Rich Eisen coming up for you in just a couple of minutes, and NFL free agency is wild today. We still don't have word on Aaron Rodgers, and we still don't have word on Russell Wilson. Those are the two big names that are still out there and still available at the quarterback position. In case you missed it, the Rams signed Davante Adams over the weekend. It was 4 years, 160. No, I'm sorry. That's not correct. It is $46 million for 2 years, $26 million guaranteed with the Rams. And if you think about that Rams offense now, you got Puka Nacua. You've got Davante Adams to stretch the field. He went for 900 plus and 8 touchdowns last year, and you know Matthew Stafford is going to find him a lot this year. So the Rams are looking good. Stafford back. They brought back their offensive line. Alaric Jackson was tough at left tackle. I am so excited about the Rams, particularly because of their young defense.
Well, also, all of the guys that you mentioned on offense with bringing in Davante Adams, making sure you're bringing back Matthew Stafford, the line, all that stuff, it's opening up the field for Kyren Williams.
Yes.
Like, Kyren Williams is going to become, I think, even better next year because somebody like Davante Adams requires more attention.
Yes.
I think than Cooper Kupp did, but if nothing else, will probably be available more than Cooper Kupp.
By the way, no trade for Cooper Kupp yet. No one has traded for him. It means that the Rams, if they don't work out a deal between now and next week, I think it's Wednesday, they will probably cut him so they don't have to pay the roster
Les
bonus.
Snead made it sound like in a recent interview
with us,
it's going to be very unlikely that he's back.
Yeah.
Like extremely unlikely.
You know, I came across this brand new theme song for March Madness. This is not the shining moment song that plays at the end of the tournament. You're going to hear it coming into the tournament. So see if you know who this is.
The big dance, March Madness Magic. Choose the roll to the Final Four. Playing his heart out. Survive and advance.
Not a clue.
Not a
That's
clue?
easy. Super easy. It's Lady Gaga.
It's Lady Gaga.
That's
yeah.
Gaga?
Yeah,
How
that's
do you
Gaga.
not? That was like
You know what?
super easy.
It sounded like Gaga to me, but I'm like, there's no way Lady Gaga's doing
Yeah,
this.
Nothing says March Madness like Lady Gaga.
That's why I didn't think it was her.
She has got the most excellent publicist promotions people in the world. She's got an album out now. That's one of the songs. But she did Saturday Night Live.
Well, you know what?
She did the Grammy. She's done every single music show, and now she's doing the March Madness tournament.
You know what it is? Her people saw Chalamet kill it on college football with us.
True.
On Saturday, part of an incredibly – I mean, he didn't win the
Really
Oscar,
good.
but it was a great campaign for Chalamet playing Bob Dylan. They thought, let's branch Lady Gaga into sports.
Yeah, I think that it's a shoe that doesn't fit.
Did you see that she
a square peg, round hole?
hole.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Did you see, by the way, speaking of square pegs, round holes, things that didn't fit? Did you see in Saturday Night Live, she acknowledged the Joker 2 and the Razzies and all that stuff?
She said, I like winning awards. she put her Razzie right up there.
She was a good sport about it.
Yeah, she was a good
I
sport.
have an update from Ireland.
Update from Ireland, from
Traffic
the Barclays
is
Center
really-
in Brooklyn, New York.
No, via text.
Oh.
Traffic is really bad. ETA 526, which means 226.
After Rich
here.
Eisen, which
Yes.
is coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let's talk real life. It's Monday. Let's say over the weekend you were rear-ended, and now you're thinking, I'll handle this myself. Here's your DIY, your to-do list. Step 1, call the rental car place, hope they got something available. Step 2, wait by your phone for the insurance company to call, and when they do, cross your fingers you don't actually say the wrong thing and mess up your whole case. Step 3, call your doctor, but they can't see you for a week, and even then, they'll just send you to a specialist. This is all exhausting, and it is unless you call Jacob. One call to Jacob and his team. They handle everything. Rental car, handled. Talking to the insurance company, done. Getting you to the right doctor, done. Usually the same day. Best part, you don't pay a penny out of pocket. So make your Monday easier. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property because of the recent wildfires, lawsuits have been filed against those responsible. Please call Jacob for a free case evaluation or help reviewing your insurance policy and claims. That is completely free with Jacob. CallJacob.com. Together, we are LA Strong. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Today, it's a show.
Rams have fortified their defensive front by signing Poona Ford to a 3-year contract potentially worth $29.6 million with $17 million guaranteed. Previously played for the Chargers, adding to that Rams front, which is going to be a strength of this team coming up this season. Here to talk about that and everything else is Rich Eisen from the Rich Eisen Show. Rich, thanks for coming on. How are you, man?
What's going on, everybody? How are you?
Everything is good, man. Good to talk to you. Great to get you on. So what did you think of the Rams so far? Bringing back Stafford, adding Davante Adams, now Poona Ford. I mean, I think this team is locked and loaded for next year. What do you think?
I do. I do, too. I know I'm on the radio home for the Rams and talking to a partisan audience,
yes.
But I mean, if you take a look at the playoffs, the team that came the closest to beating the Eagles and actually put a scare in them and actually had them on the ropes were the Rams, and they're only getting better. With all due respect to Cooper Kupp, maybe his departure, Davante Adams is a future Hall of Famer, and he is not that long in the tooth at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, he is a terrific addition. And if Stafford, for even a split second, had any sort of buyer's remorse or thought about whatever he turned down or didn't take advantage of in his brief, you know, non-free agency of earlier, late February, early March, that's gone out the window for the fact that he now has arguably a top 5 receiving core duo up there with name any other receiving core duo, and Puka Nacua and Davante Adams can do battle with them. And you can make a great argument for it. And as you mentioned, Poona Ford being added is just once again a really smart free agency maneuver to add already to a front that is one of the most ferocious front seven in the NFL. And for anybody to be able to say that just 1 year removed from Aaron Donald retiring on this front seven is truly a testament. So I'm very bullish on the Rams, and looking at the 49ers retooling, which they are, and the Seahawks trading away both DK Metcalf and Geno Smith on the same weekend, and the Arizona Cardinals being a team that, you know, definitely is improving. This is the Rams division to win again and rule potentially for some time to come.
Well, you know, Rich, the question is whose house, and we always answer Rams house around here.
Yeah, I know. I normally think that's a rhetorical question, Steve. You know, like, you know, like I kind of get it after the first of about 30 inquiries.
Yes.
Of the first quarter as to whose house it is.
Yes. My friend Sam Lagana likes to ask whose house it is, and we all know.
To be fair, at SoFi, it's typically a lot of fans of the other team. Like you may need to ask over the course of 4 quarters whose house, just to confirm whose house it actually is.
I understand, but normally in the first possession of the game for the Rams, usually, you know, you hear that question, I would say on the average of, you know, the over-under, I'd take the over of 2.5.
Yeah.
And by that point, I kind of get it.
By the way, you know they only do it after they score. That means if you hear it a lot, things are going well. And if you don't hear it, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I get it. But again, that said, I think I understand at which point whose house it really is.
Yes. Good. And thank you.
That said, I think it is the house of the team that has the leg up in the division, and certainly a leg up on most to try and threaten the Eagles to win the conference next year.
That's actually what I was going to ask, keeping with the theme of Rams partisanship, Rich. Like, just where do you think the Rams now stack up against just the rest of the conference? Because, as you noted, they're the only one in their division that seems to be doing anything to get better.
Well, you know, you take, again, it's still just early, right? Like we're just only in day one of talking about being able to talk about it.
Yep.
Then there's a draft. We have no idea. At this point last year, not a soul was saying the Commanders were to have a chance to be the runners-up in conference. So we got to wait. We got to see who's drafted. We got to see who's coached up properly. We got to see all of that. But as of right now, you take a look at the team, as I mentioned, that's as close to beating the Eagles last year. It's not the previous two-time defending champs, and it's not the team that made the NFC Championship game, and it's certainly not the Packers, who was in Week 1. It was the Rams, who went in a snowstorm while the city was burning, by the way.
Yeah.
And pulled it together after Saquon lit him, crushed him again. So they have the fortitude, they've got the coaching, they've got the roster, they got the front office, and they've got the momentum. Again, on my show today, I took a look because I'm a lead pipe wielding professional who prepares.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's obvious.
It's rhetorical. House. Yeah, right. It's as rhetorical as whose house is it? But you look at Davante Adams, the wide receiver cores that he was part of in Green Bay. The last time he was in the same receiver room as somebody who had more catches than him on a season in which he was on the same team for the entire season. So you're excluding last year with the Raiders and Jets. It was 2016 when Jordy Nelson had more catches than Davante Adams.
Yeah.
And there's no question in my mind that Puka Nacua will have more receptions than Davante Adams this year because he is all of that. What this kid is all of that and the biscuit.
Yeah.
So Davante Adams might not even have defenses shading in his direction. And the running game is as stout as it's ever been behind an offensive line that they're improving. So there really is cause for a lot of optimism.
Okay, so I got a hot take, Rich. I'm a master of hot takes. This is a smoking hot take. I don't know what you're going to do with it at all. But Aaron Rodgers, there are reports that maybe Pittsburgh is looking at him. I think it would be a huge mistake because I think Aaron Rodgers is a pain in the ass. What do you think?
By the way, on the hot take scale, I put that around a 7.5.
Thank you.
On the hot take scale. So I don't know how you take that for what you will.
I'll take it as a positive.
That might be from the outside looking in. Most of the Jets players adored him, and within the locker room, he is mostly revered. And that's really kind of all that matters is what goes on in a locker room. It doesn't matter what we say coming back in. And it really just matters, can Rodgers operate an offense? And, Pittsburgh is a spot that if I were Aaron Rodgers right now, I would be using every ounce of my leverage, if there is any, or influence, if there is any, to get there. Because there's no other spot that can offer him a chance to make the playoffs again right now. Not the Giants, not the Titans. The only other spot that could potentially reach out to him to give him an opportunity like that would be the Vikings if they feel that they need to get a veteran in case J.J. McCarthy's not ready. I don't know if Rodgers would want to join a spot like that where there already is a rookie installed. Pittsburgh is the spot, and Pittsburgh looks around right now. Would they want to run it back with Russ? I don't know if the way things ended was really something they want to run it back again. Daniel Jones is an option. Do they somehow, some way, hope that the Falcons release Kirk Cousins?
Right.
Because he's really expensive to be a backup. Is that an option? So I can understand why the Steelers are looking at Rodgers as a possibility. Certainly, since they went ahead and acquired a receiver for a second-round pick and a $33 million a year salary, they're going to have somebody of note throw it to him. And I don't know if Tomlin will care about Rodgers' next hit on Pat's show talking about the measles outbreak. Like, I don't know how that's going to hit him. Or if it matters. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but he's really you could make the case that Rodgers is 1 year removed from an injury that takes at least 1 year to recover from.
Right.
His teammates loved him there, and it really is something that they have to look at football wise, and the rest of it, Tomlin and Rodgers, I think, could absolutely coexist.
So you were courtside at the Luka versus Mavs game at Crypto, the first matchup between those two. Is that not true? You were courtside?
Yes, that is true. I was there.
So how do you get so close to the court? I guess you're famous. Your TV is Rich Eisen. I guess that's why it is. How do you get so close to the court?
Well, you have a ticket.
That's it.
Wow. Yeah, that's basically about it. You get a ticket.
I didn't realize it was so easy.
He didn't just pull the "Do you know who I am?" and just sat courtside. He required a ticket.
No, what I did is I asked whose house it was, and they looked at me really weird, and I said, it's my house, and I walked straight in.
Nice.
And it's kind of wild.
Because it was a rhetorical question.
So, yeah. What do you think of the Luka experience? So obviously he's questionable for tonight in Brooklyn, but what do you think of the Luka experience and the fact that he actually was traded to the Lakers?
I can't believe it. I know, you guys have, I think I heard in the commercial break, a promo where I guess you could hear Ireland say, I can't believe LeBron just passed the ball to Luka. I still can't believe it.
It's amazing.
I still cannot believe that he is a Laker. And it's exciting. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's exciting. Hopefully LeBron can come back healthy sooner rather than later. And I don't know what it is. Luka looks like he's more in shape.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on, what is he on? What would you call it? Lugovi or?
No, do you think he's on Manjaro or Ozempic? Is that what you come to L.A. and you get on Ozempic?
Are you suggesting he's had work done, Rich?
No, normally somebody moves to Los Angeles and gets younger based on who they're dating. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Like that's normally the way it works. The person normally doesn't look younger. I don't know what it is, but it does. Like, I don't know. I guess after a few games, he decided to turn the page. I don't know if, on my show, I said that the Lakers should have Freddie Freeman talk to him. Because I remember it took a while for Freddie to realize you're not in Atlanta, man.
Right.
Look out at the sky. That's blue, and that yellow thing in the sky is the sun. It's out there 98% of the time around here. That's the ocean. It's a pretty sweet place to live.
Yes, it is.
The fan base is passionate. So. By
the way, if I leave somewhere. Let's say I leave ESPN and then they start calling me fat and lazy. I'm going to be pissed off, and wherever I go next, I'm going to kick ass, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that your way of saying I was called fat and lazy when I started NFL Network?
Oh, no, God, no. No.
Okay.
You're Rich Eisen.
He wasn't talking about you. He was actually talking about himself.
I was actually talking about myself. I was not talking about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody would ever say that about you, Steve.
No.
I don't think anybody would. At least not to your face.
They would never call me fat.
You have no idea what they were saying about you courtside that night.
Oh,
man.
I can only you and Adele and Leo were talking about me?
Oh, yeah. No. Actually, I didn't. I saw Diane Cannon across the way.
Sure.
Cuban was there. Rambus's kid had a dime next to him. Who else? That's about it.
That was about it,
That's all I saw.
Yeah.
That's all I saw.
Well,
Kareem. How could I leave out Kareem?
Oh, I remember Kareem there, yeah. But, I mean, it must be exciting to be the most famous guy on courtside at a game like that.
Yep, that was me. You're not wrong. I can't wait to go back.
All right. Hey, listen, Rich, this is fun. I would love to have you back anytime. Love you. By the way, you're Bill Burr. Anytime Bill Burr is on, I love the clips that come out of that. He is just funny as hell. And we love your show. And thanks, man. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes with us.
Anytime. You know how to reach me.
All right. There is Rich Eisen. John Ireland's going to join us coming up next from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. We will do that. Plus, don't forget, we are proud partners with Children's Hospital for their Make March Matter campaign. We're auctioning off all kinds of exclusive 710 experiences. Thank you to our friends at Fleming Steakhouse, Pechanga Resort and Casino, and Black Gold Golf Club, all proceeds being donated to CHLA. Visit 710-4FORCHLA.com. That's 710-4CHLA.com to make a difference. Mason in Ireland. The Ireland part of the show comes up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The King keeps making history.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
50,000 career points for LeBron James, becoming the first NBA player to ever do it.
50,000 regular season and playoff points combined.
Another milestone for the King.
LeBron James.
And you heard it all right here
on the ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that
guy.
picture-focused guy.
Anymore.
Since last night.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Spreading the news.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, John Ireland, Broadway. John,
a part of it.
There you go.
New York, New York. Hi, Mace.
Hey,
how are
what's
you?
going on? Andy's here too. So you went to Broadway over the weekend, didn't you?
I'm going tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tomorrow night is Glengarry Glen Ross. Last night I went out to dinner with Ben Lyons and his girlfriend.
We were just talking to Rich Eisen about Bill Burr, he was so funny on the Eisen show, and he's in that play. Yeah.
By the way, Mace, well, I have two things to tell you.
Yes.
Okay, first thing is I made a total rookie mistake coming over to the arena.
Okay, got it.
So Paul Schrager, who's been our engineer here for years and is a really good guy, just laughed at me when I walked in. All right, the hotel is 2.7 miles from the Barclays Center.
Okay.
I got on the 4:30 bus.
Uh-huh.
Arrived here at 5:26.
Sounds right.
So it took me an hour to go 2.7 miles. Paul took the train and got here in like 20 minutes.
Well, they invented this thing too. I don't know if you've heard it. It's called rush hour, which you actually went over there during rush hour, which is another mistake. Yeah.
Well, no, but here's the thing. There's a train station right outside the hotel.
Oh,
but
God.
I got on the bus. There's 4 buses, and I'm just a dope. I mean, obviously Luka, who was on my bus, can't get on the train. He'd get mobbed. But nobody knows me.
Sure.
I could have been here in 15 minutes. Instead, it took an hour.
So, question, aside from all this, Luka's been listed as questionable. Do you have any update?
I think he's playing.
Okay, good.
Now, I don't know anything, but I think he's playing. I'm sure
Okay.
what they would say if they're here is, well, he's going to go through his warm-up routine, and then we'll make a decision. But I don't think he gets on the 4:30 bus.
Right, good point.
Unless he's playing.
Yeah.
If he was on the 5:30 bus, I would say, yeah, there's a decent chance he's not going to go. But they are extremely shorthanded tonight, guys. Matter of fact, Andy, do you think they win this game?
Is Luka playing or not in this scenario?
He thinks yes.
Yeah, I think he is.
If you're talking about a scenario where Luka plays, yeah, I do think they'll win because Brooklyn, I think, has lost 8 of their last 9 games. They're not very good.
Including 7 in a row.
Right. They're not very good anyway. Luka and Austin and, Connect, Vando, that should be enough to beat Brooklyn. If Luka didn't play, combined with no LeBron, Rui, DFS, or Hayes, then it becomes more of an open question.
Yeah, I think that they better get this because it's going to be really hard to get another one in this trip. At Milwaukee without LeBron, at Denver without LeBron. And as you just mentioned, it's not just LeBron who's sitting out.
Yeah.
It's 4 rotation guys. So this, in that sense, this game is any more or less important than any of the other ones. But I think this game is important if we're going to get a win on this road trip because it's the only one I really feel good about. I think the other ones,
really rough.
Unless they have an injury similar to ours, it's going to be hard to beat those guys.
Well, Aaron Gordon is missing for Denver, for what it's worth. Is
he out for sure?
Well, he's been hurt, though. I mean, he might.
He was hurt in the game last night.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a calf. Same injury as we've had several guys out before. And normally a calf keeps you out at least a week.
So, Ireland, what do you think? Davante Adams to the Rams. I did not see it coming. In fact, I looked at the Vegas odds last week, and the Rams were like 75-1. But all of a sudden, he's the guy. They've got their vertical threat. They got their deep threat with Matthew Stafford. I think it's a huge signing.
I do too, okay. So let's say you're defending the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a free safety, a strong safety, and 2 corners.
Yep.
Who do you double?
Yeah, it's a really good question.
If you don't double Puka, he's going to kill you. If you don't double Davante, he's going to kill you. And if you double both of them, Tutu's going to run right down the middle of the field.
Or Kyron Williams is just going to cry. I think there's going to be so much focus on stretching the field and Stafford that Kyron Williams is teed up to have a really big season.
There's going to be a ton of play action.
Strangely, your team, the Rams, is now a lot like my team, the Lakers, in that they just got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
If they stay healthy, I feel really good about the Lakers if they can go into the playoffs healthy, that they can play with anybody. But it's, anytime Matthew Stafford's 37, Davante Adams is 32, you just got to keep those guys healthy. And I think you're a legitimate Super Bowl contender if everybody is.
I suggested this last week to Vinny Bonsignore that I'd heard a rumor that Geno Smith to the Raiders was a real thing. Do you think the Raiders got their guy, at least for this year, they've got a quarterback? And it was pointed out to me that he's been a top 8 quarterback in quarterback rating for the last 4 seasons, and they did win 10 games last year. Do you like what the Raiders did?
I like it. I don't love it. I think that Geno is obviously better than anyone they had last year because they had no one.
Yep.
But wouldn't you, if you're a Raider fan, wouldn't you have rather had Darnold than than Geno?
Well, it's an interesting question. Would you rather
I'd rather have Justin Fields than Geno.
Would you rather have Darnold, or would you rather have 1 year of Geno Smith with a developmental quarterback, maybe somebody like Shador backing him up?
Well, let's see what they do with the 6th pick, and that might change my mind. But for now, I think they opted for the lesser option, and maybe this is just me. But I'll give you 3 names I'd rather have. You're going to disagree with the third one.
I know which one I'm disagreeing
I would rather have Darnold.
Yep.
I would rather have Fields, and I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers than Geno.
I think from the Raiders' perspective, they thought in the end, none of these guys is going to bring about a lot of winning anyway. Like, we're not really in a position where we're going to win a lot of games regardless. So let's go with the guy that's simplest. And they thought like Geno was simplest.
Andy, I hate that. Taking the attitude that we're not going to win a lot of games anyway, so why even try?
Yeah, by the way, I'm not ready to rule. I think Pete Carroll's going to change the culture.
I do too.
He may change the culture, but that doesn't mean they're going to start winning 10, 11 games right away.
No, but it could mean they win 9.
10. I think they could go 10-7 with Geno. But the question is, could they have done better? And I think they could have.
The only question, by the way, John, the tough thing about winning 10 is that they play a really tough schedule. They play the Chargers twice and Denver twice and Kansas City twice.
They're not going to win 10 games.
They normally in division do okay.
They tend to win one of the Kansas City games every year.
Yeah, they tend to beat the Chiefs once. They tend to beat the Chargers once. I don't know if they beat Denver last year. I don't remember.
They were 0-6 in their division last year.
0-6 in their division.
So they didn't beat anybody.
Nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think Geno is that guy. By the way, Mace, are you tired?
Tired?
Yeah, tired.
No,
I've had 11 espressos.
I've had 11 espressos. Why do you think I'm tired?
Did you really ask Rich Eisen, how do you get so close to the court?
Yes, I did. I
He's
asked
Rich Eisen.
I know. That's what I said. It must be great to Rich Eisen to be so close to the court and with Leo and Adele and all those people. I just wanted to talk about.
Were you mocking him?
No. I was like, how do you get to
Ireland.
be as famous as Rich Eisen?
That was his way of saying, "Hey, King."
Yeah, it was a hey king.
It was totally.
He was glazing Rich Eisen.
Yes, he was.
You want Rich Eisen to invite you to a game?
Yeah, no, and by the way, that is the definition of glazing too.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Very
glaze
much.
Rich Eisen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very much.
All right,
That was a question you asked when you want something from somebody.
Correct, and I'll be texting him a little bit later. Coming up next for you is Game of Games. It is my game today. It's a good one. In the meantime, time is running out. Wednesday, last day to submit your entries. ESPN LA, the Lakers of BBGO teaming up to find the Lakers Gaffote. Greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gaffote? If so, you can win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats like Rich Eisen and a year's supply of BBGO. If this is you, go to LakersGaffote.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com to learn more. Last day to enter is Wednesday. Jump in there now. Go to LakersGaffote.com. Mason and Ireland, Game of Games next, 710 ESPN.
Today,
Are
it's
you
Showdown at
the
Barclays
greatest
Center.
Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers Gaffote. That's right, Gaffote. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BBGO for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
What's going on? It's Bethel Duran. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, helping kids get the breakthrough care that they need. CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences like a Fancy Springs Resort Casino getaway package that includes a round of golf with me. Guaranteed we will have some fun. Every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710 for CHLA.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710FORCHLA.com.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No. Not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Beto Duran is going to play today. Now, Ireland, I need you to write down these 3 words.
Gotcha.
Hooper.
Okay.
Leader, like a world leader.
Okay.
Or ham. Hooper, leader, or ham.
What's ham?
Everybody on this list is either a current player going to the NCAA tournament, college player, a leader, a current world leader, or a ham, an actor.
Gotcha.
So it's
why is ham another word for actor?
Yeah, you know, you're a big ham.
You ham it up.
Big ham it up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yo
going
no
with
sabía.
anyway.
The Great Hambino.
There you go. Are you everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Number 1. Bennett Sturts. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Start with Ireland.
A hooper, a leader, or a ham?
Bennett Sturts.
I'm going to say a leader.
Leader. Beto.
He's a hooper at Creighton.
Andy.
He's a hooper at Creighton.
Brian.
Hooper.
Hooper. Laura.
Let's try Hooper.
Hooper is the right answer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So Beto pulled a Michael Thompson.
This is so weird. He actually plays for Drake. You
Oh,
were
no
very,
way.
very close to getting it out of the blue.
Hate the Drake.
So 4 on the board, and Ireland yet to score. Number 2, Alexander Stubb. Alexander Stubb. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Start with Beto.
Leader.
Says a leader. Andy.
Actor.
Actor. Ham. Brian.
Sorry.
Get him on.
Ham.
Ham. Laura.
I'm going to take my shot here and say Hooper.
Hooper. And John.
I'm with Beto. I think he's a leader.
He is a leader. Yeah, that is the president of Finland,
No
Alexander Stubb.
Huh.
Number 3, Michael Higgins. Michael Higgins. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Andy.
Ham.
Says that's a ham. Brian.
Hooper.
Hooper. Laura.
Ham.
Ham. Ireland.
I know who this is. He is a leader.
A leader. And Beto?
I'm going to go ham.
Ham.
I don't believe Ireland.
Ireland's absolutely right.
Damn,
Ireland,
I
who
think
is
he's the president of Ireland.
He is the president of Ireland.
Okay. I was thinking of John Michael Higgins, the actor.
I did too, Andy, when I first heard it. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was going to do one of those little creative,
Ireland 2, Beto 2, everybody else 1. This name is Bora Yorisov. Bora Yorisov. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Brian.
Hooper.
Hooper. Lar.
Hooper.
Hooper. Ireland.
Hooper.
Hooper. Beto.
Ham.
Ham. And Andy.
Ham.
Ham is absolutely the correct answer.
The Honora guy.
Yeah, he's from the movie Honora.
He just got nominated for an Oscar.
Beto, have you missed one?
No.
Yeah,
I got one wrong.
I got Beto with 3, Ireland with 2, Andy with 2, Laura, Brian with 1.
Okay.
Number 5.
Oh, we got one, Brian.
Huh?
Yeah.
Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Brian.
Leader.
Leader. Laura.
Hooper.
Hooper. Ireland.
Ham.
Ham. Beto.
Hooper.
Hooper. Andy.
Ham.
Ham. He is a ham. Yes, he was also.
You guys don't know. Nobody saw L.A. Confidential?
No.
It's true. He was an L.A.
He just got nominated for an Oscar for The Brutalist.
Yeah, just
What's,
got nominated for The Brutalist.
LA Confidential is what? What year?
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's
97.
Probably from the year of your birth. I don't know. You should still see it. All right, so I got Ireland with 3, Beto with 3, Andy with 3, Laura, Brian 1 apiece. Number 6, Alex Caravan. Alex Caravan. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Laura.
I mean, I've sucked and I've only gotten one, but I'm going to go leader.
Leader. Ireland.
Hooper.
Hooper. Beto.
Hooper.
Hooper. Andy.
Leader.
Leader. Brian.
Leader.
Leader. The correct answer. He's a hooper.
Oh
no. He plays for UConn.
Come on now.
All right. So we got.
Should I give up now?
We got
should
a race.
we?
Actually, Laura,
you got it right.
You're almost out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to
almost
be
out.
out. I'm just saying.
Okay. We're going to go to the leaders now. Ireland and Beto have to go first. Number 7, Milan Momcilovic. Milan Momcilovic. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Ireland.
I have no idea. I'll go Hooper.
Hooper. Beto.
I'm going to go ham.
Ham. Andy.
Leader.
Leader. Brian.
I'll take leader.
Leader. Laura.
I think I have to go different, so leader.
Leader. The correct answer is he's a hooper.
Oh.
Ireland has taken a 5-4 lead. He plays for Iowa State.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got Ireland 3, Beto 3, Andy. I'm sorry, Beto 4, Andy 3, and Brian and Laura now out. We've got 2 left.
That's okay.
Damn.
Good, Jay. Good game. Good game.
Okay. We start with Ireland here. Mark Evanier. Mark Evanier. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham, Ireland?
Mark Even.
I'll guess ham.
Guessing ham. Beto.
It's a guess.
I'm going to go leader.
Leader. Andy.
I feel like strategically I have to go Hooper.
The correct answer. He's a ham. He
Oh.
was in that movie, Amelia Perez. I've actually... what time is it? Yeah, we're almost at the end.
54.
I'll do one more here, even though I think
Ireland wins, right?
Ireland, you've locked it up.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more. We'll play.
Okay. Kasparis Jakachonis. Kasparis Jakachonis. Ireland, is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham?
His first name is Gasparis?
Kasparis Jakachonis.
Kasparis. I have no idea. I'll guess ham.
Yeah, he's a hacker.
I think he's a Hooper.
He is a hooper. He plays for Illinois. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kasparis Jakachonis.
On those phrases, if I had to play this game again, on the crazy foreign ones, I would always just say Hooper.
Hooper, exactly. I picked specifically crazy foreign names for Hooper.
Although a couple of those were actors. A couple of the crazy foreign names were actors. So
Actually,
that was a good game. You did a good job in that game.
Tiebreaker's interesting. You can all take a shot. How many different college basketball programs have won at least one national championship?
Oh, wow.
How many different college basketball programs have won at least one national championship? Take a shot. At least once.
15.
15?
38.
38? John?
Oh, you'll have those weird ones like USF one time. And
I'll say
Citadel.
35.
You guys are right on it. The correct answer is 37.
Oh, wow. Who
Very
said
nice.
38?
Andy had
Good job,
Andy.
Andy.
38.
Andy, you would have won both showcases.
Absolutely. All right, so wind this thing down. Beto's going to take over the controls of this ship. In the meantime, Ireland, how you feel about tonight?
We got to get this one. This is the one game on this road trip that I actually feel good about. I saw Jordan Goodwin in the elevator today, and I went, man.
Was he wearing the mask?
Yeah, no, not. But he will be in the game.
Yes.
I said, man, you ready to go 30 minutes plus? And he looked at me and he goes, hope I go 40.
Yeah.
So he wants to play the whole game. He might play the whole game, but I like the Lakers tonight.
Let's root for a big Luka night tonight. Actually, I also think Dalton Connect is going to have a big game with so many
I'm
rotation
watching him
players
warm up,
gone.
and he's hitting everything.
I'm sure.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah, he's been shooting really, really well. All right, that wraps it up for today. Laura, great working with you. Thank you very much. Brian, as always. Kasim doing a good job. Andy, thanks for filling in. Ireland at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And thanks to Rich Eisen for joining us today. Coming up next for you is Lakers basketball. The Lakers, as John mentioned, on this road trip, the weakest opponent is tonight, Brooklyn. This is the one they really need to put into the bank. We'll see if they can do it. Pre-game is coming up next for you with Beto Duran. Tomorrow, it's me, Bergman, and Ramona Shelburne for you on Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Do you think that the night that you were wearing the LeBron sneakers where he told you, hey, nice shoes, do you think wearing his shoes and interviewing him is that
Oh, thank you. Appreciate